And
go?
yeah, we're going.
Yeah, all right, action.
We're green, super green.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, we're on, bud.
All right, live.
Can I do that? Can I do the intro?
Go for it, man.
Yeah, I want you to do it.
Get on it.
What's up, everybody? We are back. This is the Bronco Alumni Show, and we are over here at the Suds Sports Network, going live today with, who's this guest star from Washington?
His name is Jay Swillie, number one, also known as Mr. First Down. The guy had an exercise named after him in the weight room. He's basically legendary around these parts, and it's a pleasure to have him on the show. Jay, thank you for coming on.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you
What's up?
taking time out.
Hello, world.
This is Jason Turner on the Bronco Alumni Show. We are on the Sud Sports Network. My co-host, John Hanigan. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for coming on, John.
Thanks for letting me stay.
Mr. Chuck Hayes. And
Hello.
of course, the honored guest, Jay Swillie. Thanks everybody for being here and dedicating part of your Saturday to come out and talk with us.
That's right. The UNLV game is so uneventful this week that we had to have on two guests because we're not going to have much to talk about during this game.
You heard it here first, folks.
I just want to say I'm not a guest. I actually live here, and every time they show up in my house, I just say, hey, can I get on? All right, let's go.
Yeah, there we go. It's
We
his
appreciate
show.
it.
So
Yeah,
welcome to my house.
Yeah, thanks for having us over.
No
We
problem.
appreciate it.
Take your shoes off next time at the
right.
door, please. Thank you.
Stock your fridge of better beer, too. More beer.
They used to be carpet in here. Remember
They
when
charged
had
me
the
for
blue?
beers
The
at your
shag
house.
carpet,
Good old days.
good old shag carpet, huh?
Oh man, that was disgusting.
Roll your fingers in it, yeah.
I popped my ACL on it one time in the bar, never on the field.
This carpet or that carpet?
No, I'm just kidding, man.
Was it the blue carpet?
Man, I don't think
No,
he
I never popped my
experienced that.
ACL. No, I never had a good knee injury until afterwards. My meniscus is almost gone now.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yep. I was one of the lucky ones.
Man, shout out to Justin Brown.
Oh, the most brutal injury I've ever seen.
Man, but came back like a champ. Got his degree.
Killing it.
Yeah, right?
He's doing well, man.
I see you, Justin.
Come on the show sometime. Hit me up.
Yes, yes.
Hit us up. At Bronco_show on Twitter and the Bronco Alumni Show on Instagram.
What about YouTube? Also available live on YouTube.
On the Sud Sports Network. Google Bronco Alumni Show or Sud Sports Network and you'll get there. We have several episodes. We are becoming, I think we're getting some movement, guys. We have over 1,700 total views right now. 1,400 or so of those are just from this season alone.
Little by little.
Yeah.
1%.
Inch by inch.
I like the traction. Yeah, I like it. We're growing. It's good every episode. So, shout out to all the guests we've had on the past. The Quentin Michaels, the Brian Johnsons, Coach Cutter.
Oh yeah, while you're on that too, it is October. It's breast cancer awareness.
Breast
yes.
cancer awareness.
That's
Yeah.
right. So Brian Johnson, we're wearing pink. Obviously, these two guys don't watch the show much.
Yeah,
now
they
that's
didn't
on
know.
us.
They
That's
didn't
on
know
us.
they
We
weren't supposed to wear
didn't.
pink.
We do a poor job keeping stats and informing guests. So we're lucky we're still here.
Consistency.
Yeah, that's what we
Right,
should.
right.
Any other order of business before we get into this?
Quick shout out. I got some of my homies are going to come by next week for the
Okay.
Hawaii game. I'm not going to say who's going to be on the show, but you guys come over to my house. I'm going to have some extra guests here. So
Okay.
prep for that, okay? Prep for that situation.
How many-
Aloha.
So we should need at least one more mic or just one? Oh, one ought to
I
do
can't
it?
tell you that. Whatever
tell?
we can afford to do, let's go ahead and do.
Okay,
I
sounds
need a
good.
bigger office, though.
Where's that wireless mic? We'll give you the wireless mic and send you
Yeah.
out into the world.
Okay? I could be like Usher up in here. All right.
I'm just priming the receivers.
Oh, wait, here we go.
Oh, we have a call?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
All right.
Caller.
Already.
Here we
Who's
go.
our caller one?
Hello?
Turner, what's up? McDonough.
Shaelan, how are you
Shaelan.
doing, bud?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. We have myself, co-host John Hanigan,
How you
Chuck
doing?
Hayes and special guest Jay Swillie on the show today.
What up, Shaelan?
Swill.
Yeah.
I know Swill got a hold of Be Real O'Neal today because we're
Yeah.
down in Vegas together.
I appreciate you calling in. Yeah, that's what
Hey,
we were hoping
Swill,
to
how you
get.
doing, man?
What up, bro? Good.
We were hoping to get a picture of what it's like down there on the scene. Where are you at? What are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm in my hotel room at Mandalay Bay. We just left a pool party, but we'll be at the game here shortly.
What'd that pool party look like?
It was all right. It was pretty good. It was at the Flamingo. I've seen better, but I'm not complaining.
We've all seen better.
Yeah, it was good. Actually, yeah, Brian's cousin Cliff was there, and then
Nice.
Tanner, who was a Boise State alum, like a good friend with Brian, was down there. So it was fun.
Cool.
Shaelan, I got to be honest with you. I had to Google how to spell your last name, and when I did, you were on a podcast, someone's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And then you were showing up. Apparently, you're doing some stand-up comedy down there as well. How's that going, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten into stand-up actually. My buddy's Dean Del Rey. He's a pretty big comedian. He opens for like Bill Burr, Mark Maron, stuff like that. And Del Rey lets me open for him when he does shows. I'll be at the Comedy Store La Jolla actually November 7th with some other dudes. So I'm just kind of doing that on the side.
Well, good on you, man. I know that's difficult because I tried to up
Yeah.
here in Boise myself for a little while, and that's a very difficult thing to do and to get used to
Yeah.
even. So, and I
You
never
just
got
gotta-
used to it, man. It was crazy.
You got to get some stuff that hits, you know. You got to work through it. And then I know there was a competition actually at Boise State, and I think Mr. Jay Swillie won that at some point in time. He beat Sasser, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that true, Jay Swillie?
That was a long time ago.
So, do you
Yeah.
remember some of your jokes back in the day? You got any bangers for us or what?
No,
No?
you just played the crowd. It was the dorm crowd.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
I mean, if some people just asked for it, and
Yeah.
I gave it to them.
I understand.
Hey, Jay Swillie, like you go through like your high school teams. I went to a JC. There was a funny guy on that team, but I always felt like Jay Swillie was the funniest guy on the Boise State team.
Absolutely. That's 100%.
I was just trying to keep our minds off of, all the pain of working out throughout the summers and putting in,
Yeah. There was a
anything
lot
to
to
keep
deal
our
with.
mind off it. Yeah,
It worked.
yeah. It was, best time of most of our lives.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
a lot of
for sure.
memories. We went through a lot the first year I was on the team. You guys were here before me, and we were talking with Jay about the steel cage lockers. So what used to be and right when we got those nice composite board ones and upgraded to that, and then compared to what they have now, and it's amazing how that worked out and the change.
It's a world of difference.
Absolutely.
And then also, actually, Turner, I know you're good friends with Paul Reyna, and they honored him a couple weeks ago, and then they had his mother up there. So
Yeah, that
that
was
must have been cool for you to see. I know you guys were really close.
Yeah, that was great. We actually did everything we could to make that happen. From
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
That was a tough time for especially you. That was a tough time for the team as well, right then.
yeah, it's a good time to
Kick
thank.
off the season.
It's a good time to thank Carolyn Gussman for coming out and actually being on the podcast a few weeks ago for the Marshall game, and having the
awesome.
courage to walk out there and be honorary captain with her family, and I know that was a real big moment for her, and she loves the city of Boise, and they're planning a family vacation as soon as possible to come back up here. They want to float the river. That was a big thing that
That's
she
awesome.
wanted to do for the family, and they love Boise,
Yeah, that's
and
awesome,
they
man.
appreciate everything that Coach Harsin and Coach Pittman and Brad LaRondo and Brian McMartin, Bart Hendricks, and Taylor Tharp did to help us make that come to fruition. That was a big moment for them and me also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I bet. Yeah, that's awesome.
thank you.
Yeah.
So
For
how do you
sure.
been, man? You're a dentist now, man. That's awesome. That's great. You doing well? You doing pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Manhattan Beach, like LA area. My practice is in Thousand Oaks. I drive a lot. So that's good. Yeah, just staying busy with that. And
I
have a
tell
daughter.
everybody I tell when they ask about the UCLA game
Uh-huh.
in '99, I always remember Dempsey Dees had a big interception and a big return at the end of the first
Yeah.
half, and then Shaelan McDonough caught the only touchdown pass in the Rose Bowl that Boise State had. So you hold that
And that-
record. You have the only Bronco touchdown in the Rose Bowl, Shaelan.
Ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's epic.
Yes,
dude.
and that pass was from Harson. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
It was a four-vert. Brian O'Neill was in there. He always says he's open, but I know I'm the one that caught the pass.
We're
so
always
that was
open,
a cool moment.
Shaelan.
Yeah, everybody.
Hey,
For sure.
Shaelan, this is John Hanigan here. Are you aware that's the only touchdown pass Brian Harsin ever threw at Boise State?
Yes, I am, and he kept the ball. I believe. I'm pretty sure he still has the ball.
That's half yours.
Yeah. What the heck?
It should be half mine.
Yeah. You should hit him up for some tickets.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Coach. Yeah, you're welcome, Coach. Started your
Shout
career.
out, Coach Harson.
Yeah.
What good job.
I don't know if you guys know any of the employees in the ticket office, but Shayla, I went to high school with her. She has almost the same last name as me.
I know Shayla.
Yeah, she's all.
Yeah,
I'll
she is.
usually call and deal with her if I want tickets, but it would be nice to get free ones from Harson for sure.
I'm sure he could find you some in the top row, maybe, on the upper
Yeah.
deck.
Just wait for that bowl game. Those are the expensive ones.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll wait. That's awesome.
What time you headed to the game?
I think we're going at 6-ish, Mountain or Pacific time. It's let's see, it's 4:30 here, so the game's 8:30 your time, right? 7:30 Las Vegas time. So we're gonna head down there. There's a lot of good. I feel like Hank. He's young, but he comes through when you need it. I don't know if I'm sure you guys were watching the Air Force game. That 4th and 10, what do you know? Hank comes through, and there's like a 3rd and 11. Hank comes through, so I'm pretty excited about it. Should
Yeah.
be good. Actually, I went to dental school at UNLV, so these are my two alma maters playing. Of course, I'm rooting for Boise, though.
Obviously.
Nice.
So, yeah, I think Hank does a good job of coming in the clutch when you need him, but he does take some shots. That's the thing, being a young quarterback, getting used to the speed. And, I mean, hopefully he can survive long enough to learn those lessons before something bad happens. That's the only question that everybody has, really, I think.
I was looking at the roster. I saw Shakir is also from Marietta. Did they go to high school together? Do you guys know?
I don't know that. I probably should, though.
No, we're
right?
notorious. We don't really do stats.
Yeah, we're
or,
not just
we
the
don't
big
pay
stat
attention to any
guys.
of that.
Maybe it
Okay.
should be your job. You should have the laptop.
I do. I try, but it just never works out.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, that kid's
That's all we can do
a
is try.
baller. I want, because that seems like his favorite target, and I was just like, oh, he's from Marietta too. So I don't know if they knew each other.
Marietta
before.
connection.
Yeah. Oh, my high school, Elko High School, Tim Gilligan, the Cavender brothers, and Wickersham on the team right now. So shout out to Wickersham. His old man was a teacher at our high school.
Mr. Wickersham was your high school teacher?
I never had him, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was a teacher there.
Sounds like a high school teacher.
He's teaching like health or something.
You guys remember PE in high school?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We did 1 quarter of health every year, too.
I think I got kicked out when because you had to watch the Miracle of Life,
Yeah. Yeah.
and when you got a whole bunch of football players or basketball or track, all your teammates
Yeah.
basically, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Hey, Swill, did you run track in high school?
Yes.
What'd you run?
The 4x1, 4x4, long jump, triple jump, high jump.
Okay, sprinter and jumper.
Yeah, I enjoy jumping the best. That's what I was a state champion my senior year in the triple jump.
Nice. You're from Tacoma, right, or somewhere in Washington?
Yeah, Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah. There you go. There's a lot of people up there, so that's impressive.
Yeah, it was good. You know, it's always good times, and to come here and we just. I don't remember being on losing teams growing up. Most of all you guys, we were always on winning teams. Never on the 2-10 team.
I had my first year of football that I ever played. Our team lost every game, and then we won the last one in a tight, gritty game against a crosstown rival, and it was the best. It was my most cherished win I probably ever had in my whole career. That first one after losing 9 in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was the best feeling I've ever.
Feels so good.
Yeah, it does.
Awesome. That's awesome. I think everyone in Boise's kind of bummed to hear about Jared Rome.
Man.
Yeah.
Just a beast. We were always watching him working out, clean it, breaking school records and everything. And cool dude from Washington.
I think someone on the show mentioned before doing a show about some of the greatest, doing a show about the best athletes to ever come out of Boise State, and I would definitely put him up there, if not number one, then he's got to be in everybody's top 3 at least.
There.
He was awesome.
A
He
beast.
was a cool dude. I remember he was always hanging out with Mark. I can't remember his
Hawksmeyer.
also a thrower.
Hawksmeyer.
Yeah, shout out to Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, and actually my brother was a decathlete in Montana. He was a track guy, and he called me when he heard about it, and he didn't even go to the same school, and he was bummed. It was just kind of a hit for everyone.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jared Rome.
Remember just how he carried himself? I mean, he demanded attention, but he was quiet. Just a huge guy, just a good man. It hurt a lot of people. I know it hurt this community out here. We pray for his family and send our condolences on behalf of all the Bronco family.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a cool guy, amazing athlete.
Man, I mean, that seems to be the, Paul. Then Dan Paul died a few weeks before the season started, a notorious Bronco. That's, these things happen to all teams, I guess, but it really hurts a little bit more.
Jerry Washington with the basketball team.
Oh,
yeah.
And these are all players, these were all phenomenal athletes and students and just people all around. And it seems, I hope we've turned the corner on that. And but at the same time, I know a lot of these teams have been blessed. I'm a firm believer that, when Paul's mother came out here and spoke with us, it just did. We were all hurting, but she basically just told us to win and to focus on something like that, or to hear it from her, and to take our mind off of what everybody was going through and just focus on a common goal. I think it brought our whole team together.
There's no question.
Yeah.
It was not just. It was evident through the play of the team that year and years after that had an effect on us, but it was more off the field that really changed after that, I would say, than anything. Because I've heard that there was some tight recruiting classes that came in before us. Brian Johnson said he was really close with a lot of guys on his recruiting team, recruiting class or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that brought everybody together, and not just the positions or the different classes, and it was more of a family atmosphere after that. And it hurts a little more. It hurts a little more when you hear about that stuff now, knowing how close we all were. Yeah. Chuck, I'm sure you experienced that while you were here. Years after it happened, you know what I'm saying? Could you sense that it was a little something different about the team or the city or something like that?
The program, when I came in here, it was, we've heard stories of situations like that. I think we all were connected to it in the way that we were a part of the team and on the blue. So yeah, it did affect us. But from your guys' standpoint though, I can't imagine what you guys went through those years. That's a stronger built-in connection that I can't duplicate at all without being there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, It's not a contest, Chuck, but
Oh yeah, no, definitely not a contest, but I mean,
trying to lighten it up a little bit. Hey, how was the casino last night, Shaelan?
Hey, casino wasn't bad actually. I went out to dinner with some dental colleagues and stuff. Kind of took it easy because I knew the game was tonight. So yeah, I didn't win, but I didn't gamble. So
There you go.
I came here for a dental convention actually on Wednesday. I've been here.
Oh,
And
well, awesome.
nice.
Any new breakthroughs?
Yeah, what's the new technology?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need
oh
it.
man, so I mean, there's a lot of technology. Everything's going digital instead of impressions. But this company's terrific, man. Like a lot of people do the clear aligners, Invisalign. This company was just pushing the clear aligners. Maybe a little too much. I don't know. We'll have to see. But everything's moving toward the digital, even like dentures. You don't have to take an impression, scan it. Everything's
wow.
scanned. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Some cool stuff. Where are you guys at?
We're
Right here, a
at
little
Suds
rough.
Tavern.
Suds Tavern.
Yeah.
Oh, man, wish I was
Can you
there
hear it? It's
with
pretty
y'all.
loud in here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down here. Suds Tavern. That's why it's the Bronco Alumni Show on the Suds Sports Network. Just let me throw that out. Suds Tavern,
Nice.
the best sports bar in Boise, Idaho, if you ask me.
All of the Treasure Valley.
Yeah, the Treasure Valley. Let's just
right.
put it that way.
Some people call it a dive bar, but it is a sports bar.
Yeah,
Ritzy.
I thought this was a club. That's it, Dan
It's
for.
anything you want it to be, right? Right there, right across the way.
you know it. Right when you need it, it's here.
hmm
Every time. Except when the power went out the other day, but that only happened once.
Yeah, that was one time.
Shout out Suds Tavern, where the power doesn't go out.
Once a year.
That was a great time.
Well,
It's nice to talk to you guys. I haven't seen you guys. The only one I see is O'Neill. I see him a couple times a year usually, but it's
Yeah.
good
Well,
to-
he's a
it's
good one to
catch
see,
up
man.
With you guys.
that guy's up there too on the list of practical jokers on the squad, I would have to say. He had
He's the
some
ringleader.
Yeah.
Wasn't
He's
he
just
the
like-
hair? Did he cut people's hair? Was he a hair cutter?
We all cut our own hair.
Yeah,
You know, when you're living on a budget of like $13 a month.
yeah.
I mean, you got cut some corners.
$13, huh?
I mean,
Let's talk
Jay-
about how much you guys were making back
Wow,
then.
yeah, they didn't pay you back then?
Jay,
Hey,
what
yeah.
about you had
20.
training table though? You got to eat for free whenever you wanted, right?
Let's
No,
hear
we had
these
an
numbers.
option. You either got the $400 check a month.
Yeah, you got the check.
and that's for rent, food. Yeah, I don't even know what else you can do with it, really. Mind you, we're young, growing boys that eat a lot of food. But I mean, I guess you could stretch it. I mean,
What year are we talking about here? What year was this, guys?
this is 98 to
Okay.
02, 03.
How much is rent in the Treasure Valley back then?
It's free.
No, it was about. I mean, for a 3-bedroom, what, 800?
Yeah, that's
You know?
fair.
800
Maybe.
each?
No, just for a 3-bedroom. So you split
In a
that
yard,
3 ways. Yeah,
in a
so-
yard, and nice
so you
parking
figure in
spaces.
after electricity and yeah, that's pretty much all you're gonna pay. There's no cable or anything
Yeah.
like
I
that.
know.
Bucks, totally.
How did we even eat without our parents kicking down? I would have starved. I
Impossible.
would have starved. Yeah.
Shout out to all the parents
Yeah.
that sent their daughters to school out here to Boise
Hey,
State.
yeah,
because,
I was gonna say that.
Right.
I'm glad you did.
I mean,
Hey.
these are not just study partners. I mean, they were technically feeding us.
Yes.
I mean, the whole time. So,
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
without
Thank you,
them-
Mom.
yeah,
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
very
my
much.
mom,
Thank you,
everybody. Thoughts going out to my mom, my mother. She just had hip surgery a couple days ago, so she's feeling it.
Ooh,
But,
she'll be running in no time.
yeah, I know. She's planning, looking forward on feeling a lot better.
She's playing by the bowl game. She said she'll be ready by the bowl
Yeah.
game, so she'll be ready to go.
Is she still knitting?
Get well, Mom. Get well, Mom. Yes, she is. She sent my
Man.
daughter a lovely Afghan. It's got a pig, elephant, and I don't remember what the third one
Animals.
is. Yeah, 3 animals on it, and it's hand crocheted. It's lovely.
Man,
Do you
still
still have
like-
your beanie?
Well, of course.
Of course he does.
I mean, it's probably in storage and with all the everything else from Boise State, but
Yes.
nobody want to bring out that dusty stuff.
That's what we're here to do. This is about alumni bringing out
Dusting
dusty
us
stories. Haven't told this one in a while. That's what we're here for. No, but we're also here to, link the years together. Like we have Chuck. He played in what they call the golden years, the Kellen Moore class.
Golden age.
The golden age.
Golden age.
Yeah. So that was the golden age, yeah. And then, so now we're connecting you, who was here before I was here, which was 20 years ago. We are getting,
Bunch of old men talking about the glory days over here.
I'll be 40 on the 14th.
Oh boy, 40.
What?
Get it.
So,
You look good. You
cheers.
don't look a day over 30.
I'm going to give you an early happy birthday, Jay.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers, bro.
I still feel like I'm like 32 and a half, though.
Oh, yeah.
You look it. You look like you're 32. They're gonna card you.
Yeah.
Fine.
I get it every now and then, but I mean, I point to these like 13 gray hairs, and I'm like, these,
I'm on my way.
you just don't get these.
Bro, you don't have anything on me. You have nothing on me. And I'm
I'm right behind you, though. I'm right behind you.
Look, Turner
You
looks
look
50
distinguished. I
right
know.
there. He's fine.
Gotta get into camera.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah.
But up
Hey,
here,
what do you
though,
do?
but up here's the difference. We
Hey,
don't talk
brother.
about that. We
Well,
never
you seen
talk
LeBron
about
this year. You
He
get
finally
whatever
gave up
LeBron
on-
got.
He finally gave up on the lineup. Did you like when on the cover of the magazine they airbrush his hairline?
Bro,
It's
no,
so
he
terrible.
got the real. You seen
Oh
it?
yeah.
Bro,
He paid
it's
for that.
real. Yeah,
He paid
whatever.
for that.
I mean,
He got plugged.
man,
up.
it looks good.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it really does.
So they don't have to airbrush him anymore.
No more.
How long is it gonna last? Is it guaranteed?
I don't know. I don't know if you can wash it out or.
I don't think he's gonna run out of money, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll
Does
just
he
get
have
it
to
He just
use
got a guy on
Does he have
staff.
to use the spray? Do they have to use the spray paint on him?
No, bro. Look at it, bro. You're gonna have to do some research on it, bro.
His hairline came back stronger than Jordan.
Really? I don't have.
With the 4-5
His hairline
jersey
dunked
on.
on Jordan, I heard.
Hey, if I can get a hold of his doctor, we will plug you on the show if I can get hooked up too,
Yeah.
bro. How about that?
What?
Yeah.
Definitely.
On the show.
We're
Where's
gonna
that?
have to
Show
get
me
a
that
couple
money.
more followers.
LeBron could use that kind of exposure,
mean-
yeah. What happened to him? I didn't even see him play basketball last year. Where'd he go?
Oh, why did everybody forget about you?
No
LeBron is. Why did everybody forget about the kid?
No playoffs.
Like he gets hurt
Yeah.
1 year. He's been in the playoffs for a decade and a half,
Yeah.
and then everyone
That's
forgets
I
about
know.
how good he is. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
The people who talk about how good or not good LeBron usually is like people who couldn't do nearly anything that he's accomplished in his lifetime. So
True.
it's hard to give it any credit in my mind.
Yeah.
That's how I make peace with people trying to bark on
Can't even
the
argue.
internet about stuff like that. So
I was actually at the last Laker game last year, and I was bummed LeBron wasn't playing. They're playing Portland actually, and Portland was a playoff team, and the year was over for the Lakers. And that was the same day that Magic was stepping down.
Wow.
So there's a lot of controversies around that team. But I think they're bouncing back. Anthony Davis is there. LeBron is like Tom Brady. He's just durable. I think it'll be a good year for him.
Yes. I agree.
I like that
you got,
crosstown rivalry with
Yeah.
Kawhi. Yeah,
Paul
the
George and
LA.
Kawhi.
Oh yeah,
Who you
that's gonna be crazy.
I'm a Nuggets fan, but I'm not like a diehard basketball guy.
Okay.
I played like varsity B team.
How about in the NFL? Who's everybody got?
I'll go first.
Oh man, I'll claim that I am a diehard Raiders fan.
Oh,
That's too bad.
yeah, tears.
That's a Vegas team.
Tears.
Oh, trying to
well-
tie it into the show. I see they're moving to Vegas. I get it now. All right. UNLV gets a free stadium out of that.
Yeah,
Let's see.
that's what
It's gonna be nice.
the Raiders in Las Vegas. What could go wrong? That's all I gotta say
Nothing
about
at
that.
all. Yeah.
Nothing.
What can you win? Nothing.
They're the Patriots of the West Coast.
Oh man. Hey, speaking of which, what's your guys' best of all time pregame speeches from a player or a coach? I know we all got one that we can remember right off top.
Gosh,
Like, damn,
I know,
that guy was passionate.
We all got.
I think I'll take this one first. Newt Rockney for me was always inspirational.
Oh, when was that? When was that?
That was in the 30s when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back then.
That's nice.
We're going to push him back, way, way back.
Nice.
Cheers. Good one, John.
Thanks.
I know one that stands out in my mind. I got one that stands out in my mind, but I want to know what Jay's is because I want to know what Jay's is.
Gosh, bro.
I remember one that Dirk Cutter specifically gave in locker room in Pullman against the University of Idaho in 1999.
Oh, yours at U of I too?
Yeah.
I got one for U of I too. All right.
And he came out and he said, "You guys, these guys aren't that good. Yada yada yada. It ain't gotta be close." And that was it. And then everybody just clicked, and the whole team went out there and just shut it down, brought it back home, and never gave it up. And it hasn't been given up since.
No.
What year was that?
99.
Wow.
That's that speech you give when you try to get that $1 million contract.
Cha-ching!
I shout out to Coach Cutter, man. He's probably by far my most favorite coach I've ever played for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Coach Cutter, who graced us with his time and called in a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Coach. Can't wait to have you on again. And good luck out there this season.
He was a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He always put the team before everything else, you know. He kind of like protected us and insulated like a father, like that speech they give you in your living room at home, like, we'll treat them like your sons. Like, I feel Cutter really did that.
I think there was no question where his intentions were in with regards to the players and with his vision for what he wanted to run on his offense and who he wanted running his defense. And the position coaches, I remember the first day of practice.
Smart dude.
Oh, yeah. They could tell who could play. And I could imagine running around trying to recruit these guys because not everybody that got brought in really was a guy, as they say. You know what I'm saying? There was some that, I mean, I don't want to say names, but I don't even know where this guy is right now. DeAndre Harrington.
Ooh, two-piece. Shout out to two-piece.
He had
DeAndre.
Three pieces, Jay.
Oh, was it three-piece?
Three-piece, yeah, three-piece.
That was
Riding
like
his
a morning meeting.
Riding his bike to Bogies.
During two-a-day.
Yeah, in a bright red three-piece suit.
So Bogies, take us back. What's Bogies?
Ooh, it was an old like warehouse club.
Oh man,
Was that right by the connector?
It's on Front
Yes,
Street.
yeah, right
Is that
out-
on the
yeah,
connector?
Yeah,
right-
it says
yeah.
Bogies on the back of the building. That's Bogies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is now.
I don't
It's
know either.
nothing. I don't think it's anything.
Was it like a stove company right before or right next door in that parking lot?
There's all kinds of weird crap right there
Yeah.
before the connector.
The good old days.
You could go to Bogies if you were under 18, I think.
I
know
believe
what?
so.
They were the
know
place
what?
to let anyone in.
That place was
Yeah.
still open
I think
when
it
I
was
got
all
to college.
ages.
You guys
All
don't
ages.
remember the
No
Bronco
way.
Hut?
No, I do not remember the Bronco.
Yeah, I think they ended up shutting that down.
Where was the Bronco Hut?
Like right across the Capitol, like from those new buildings.
Right by Ann Morrison Park.
Elmer's?
Right by the entrance to Ann Morrison
Yeah,
Park.
but
where
across
that
University.
axe
and
throwing
other-
place is right now.
Oh, okay,
right.
Is that
okay.
like that old motel
Yeah,
building strip is there? Yeah, that
That's
was
a weird area, too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Why-
It should be going
Yeah.
off, right? Shouldn't that be just going off all the time?
It
Shouldn't
does
there
go
just
off
be
all the
stuff?
time.
I mean, but
It's weird stuff.
it's weird. No, but not with weird stuff. Just with like
College students.
like how downtown is just
Yeah.
just
You should put
bang.
your beer pong tables out there, you
What-
know,
yeah,
crazy parties.
But no,
type
it's
stuff.
always weird stuff going on, man. What's going on with that?
It's if you're there around 2 a.m., you shouldn't be around that area. You know, what are you doing here, Turner? What are you doing out here, huh?
I'm walking the dog, man. Where's your
Walking my dog? All right. Didn't know
Where's
you
your
were gonna
dog?
be-
You don't
I
have.
let him
I
run
don't have a
free.
dog.
I let him run
Ran
free.
away.
She died.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She
too
did.
Sad
Like,
story.
remember Callie?
Yeah, I do.
She passed away like 2 years ago, man.
She lived to be
made it
133.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
remember Sam? Remember the pit?
Yeah, I remember
He
Sam.
lived to like 15.
Yeah, man.
That hurts, man. I cried like a little baby.
I know. It was sad. Shout out to everyone's dogs who passed away.
Yes.
You guys had some old dogs, 15
Yeah.
and 17.
Man, they
That's
lived
old dogs.
good. They
Yeah.
lived
We
good.
went through some shit with those dogs.
Right?
All
Right?
He's seen things that nobody saw.
Yeah, I know. It was a close relationship.
Jogged with me through, through the summer months in college and stuff. Man, that hurt when I lost it. I see you, Sam.
Man, the bad part about
You ain't ever
when
lost
my-
an animal?
I mean, we're talking about college animals. I lost an animal in a divorce.
Oh,
Like a breakup, you know.
That hurts.
It wasn't a dog though. It was a cat. You know, it was a cat. We broke up.
Oh, man, you can have
She
that.
took the
Did the
cat.
cat get to choose or just got
No,
packed up in the middle of the night?
cat did not get to choose.
All right.
Just
Shaelan,
took it in the middle
Signed
of the
papers,
night.
you know.
Ooh.
There you go. You can have
Paperwork?
Oh,
it. Yeah.
the,
Just that.
Shaelan, when I was doing stand up here in Boise,
Uh-huh.
I used to do this set. I had like 3 minutes about how old my dog was.
Uh-huh.
It was really sad because I used to say stuff like, I started actually teaching her how to dig holes in the backyard, so when she died, I wouldn't have to. And just
roll her
doing
in.
really wrong.
yeah. And everybody cried, and that's why you don't do stand up anymore.
Yeah, and then like a few months later, she had like cancer in her mouth.
Oh, wow.
And so we'd have had to take it out and remove half of her face, and she was already 17, and I was just like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Should have never said that joke.
I
Taylor.
know, bro.
Yeah.
It was a terrible
Sold her
idea.
out. Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't done stand up since. So,
Hey, if you're ever down in LA and want to do it, let me know.
well, I will potentially take you up on that, Shaelan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And
Yeah, we'll
I'll
go to
bring
the
Jay.
comedy
I'll bring
store or
Jay
something.
Swillie with me.
Yeah, guess the
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Nice.
for sure. That'd be awesome.
Twofer.
That'd be awesome. Anyway, I'm going to start getting ready for the game. It's great talking to you guys.
Well, thanks for coming on, Shaelan, and we appreciate
Yeah.
you.
It's been
And,
a pleasure. It's good
hey.
catching up with everyone. Go Broncos.
Hey, if you have a minute to Instagram some photos that we can,
Yeah.
share on the website, then that'd be great, bro. I appreciate that.
Do I do any tags or hashtags or
Yeah,
anything, or just put them up
At the Bronco Alumni Show.
at Bronco Alumni? Will do for
All right.
sure.
Thank you, Shaelan.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Have
a good
It's
night.
going to be a big day.
Congratulations on everything.
Enjoy the W.
And
Thanks,
have
man.
fun.
Thanks, everyone.
Have fun tonight.
All right.
Not too much fun. Be careful.
Uber everywhere.
I'll see what I can do.
Walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's a duck.
All right, gentlemen.
Have a
take
good
care.
night. Thanks, Shaelan. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bronco Hotline, Shaelan McDonough, live from Las Vegas. We thank you, Shaelan. We appreciate your time.
Comes through again.
Yeah,
Shaelan, tight end, correct?
correct. A narrow tight end, though. He was no Dave Stahelski. I'll put
Yeah, I
it that
flex.
way.
He kind of was like the flex, kind of like I would, because he would do.
Yeah.
He could play receiver as well.
Absolutely correct. I remember lining up next to you in the
Ooh.
trenches a couple of times. Jay.
Imposter, imposter.
Hiding next to me. He was
That
like,
one's going for 6, guaranteed. Outside linebacker matched up on me. Oh my gosh, I'm down there with in
Touchdown
a horrible
City.
3-point stance, just ready
Bow
to.
leg.
Oh, all
My-
bad.
Ooh,
Knees
look at
touching
this.
together, just hands up in the air.
I can't wait for him to block me. Here
Yes.
we go. I'm going to like this guy.
I'm out of there.
my all-time favorite play that I saw you in, Jay, was number one. I would say was in the Arkansas game when you gave everything you had and got tackled right on the 1-inch line, bro. I mean, you gave it all, and that showed everybody a lot that game. And man, that game was amazing. That was just a moment that stands out to me when I think of you and what a baller you were, because those boys were It was not the normal Boise State opponent back then. No, it was not there. It was different. And you shined that game, dude. And
Appreciate you, man.
and in many games other than that. But my number one moment was when we were crushing somebody in the Big West, and it was mop-up time, and you were out there, and it was some dive play up the middle, and the ball gets snapped, and you just started, like, dancing right on the line of scrimmage.
That's a distraction play. You just want to enjoy your time. Like, it happens so fast, man. We practice all that time, and we get 4 quarters for like 12 weekends, maybe like 13 if you go to a bowl game. And it was, so you just try to have the most fun that you could possibly have in a short amount of time. And the receivers, we all had fun.
Well, that was quite a crew, a bunch of playmakers when you think about the squad we had by the time you were a senior, and even before that. I mean, Jerry Smith, the human highlight reel, Jerry Smith.
Yeah, yes.
Tim Gilligan, Billy Wingfield, Brian O'Neill, yourself, obviously. Just a really Andre Banks, and you go on, please.
Lou Fanucchi.
Yeah, that's a story we haven't dove into yet on this show.
Deep threat, yeah.
But I mean,
he's our brother.
Yeah, he is.
He'll always be my brother.
Bronco Alumni. That's what the show's all about.
Yes. Call in, Lou.
Lou. Call me.
Who else? I mean, goodness. We had
From my class, we had
Jeb. Gosh, can't forget about
Jeb.
the big homie Jeb Poutier.
Jeb, where you at, Jeb?
Poutier.
Come see me. Come be on the show when you in Boise.
Yes.
Come, I'm gonna find you.
Yeah, he'll call in for sure. For sure.
That's
Goodness.
just.
What about my OGs like Rod Smith and Corey Nelson and
I don't know these guys.
Antoine Wilson.
Tell me about it.
Oh man, those were people that Houston Nut brought in.
Okay.
JC guys, really like players. Real players. We broke in that Utah. Remember Utah Stadium? I mean, it's the same one now, but we were the first game in there, and Nate Sparks, quarterback, wore number 1. Shout out. He gave me his number after he left. Drove the team 99 yards with the winning touchdown to Rod Smith in the end zone. We call him hot call in, man. We need some of your stories about being on the blue, man, because those guys were all players, and that kind of set the tone for my class on what we wanted to, be like.
Yeah, that's one thing that I can think back to is the guys that were there when I came in. Dilworth, Willie Van Gorder, Jeremy Mankins, Ryan Groneman, Scott Budis or Bud Ice, whatever you want to call him. Joey Horvat, shout out Joey Horvat.
Yes.
All those offensive linemen that you
our line
big
was nice.
And before that, Jermaine
Bellin.
Yeah, I wasn't there when he was here, but I heard stories about his
Jermaine was my
epicness.
locker neighbor.
Oh wow.
Bro, I had to beg for my shoe. My shoe would be in his locker. Like I couldn't go to practice unless everything's locked up.
And this was the caged lockers, right? This
Man,
was
I can see my shoe, Jermaine.
He'd be like, you can't have your shoe?
Man, Maine was a cold piece of work. And Maine was like 7 feet, 400 pounds, man. So he took up my locker area and his, and gloves would be over there. But, man, that was a good time, man. Those years were probably some of my funnest, just being a freshman.
Yeah.
Not really being asked of much. I played in the first few games, but had a medical red shirt.
Oh, an injury?
Yes.
I didn't even know that. What happened, Jay?
My toe.
Turf toe?
Something like that. Worse, though. Yeah.
That's brutal, man. I never had issues with my toes.
Doctor said I'd never walk again.
Oh, boy. God is
my.
good.
Defied the odds.
So, Jay, what dorms were you in?
I was in, where did I start out? Chafee Hall, maybe.
Oh, Chafee.
Maybe wasn't there
D-wing?
some different wings, right?
Was there D-wing there, or is this A-wing and
Yeah,
B-wing there?
I was in the B-wing first with Brian O'Neill. That was my roommate, man.
Boy, B-wing.
Yes.
Community showers.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was in A wing in Chafee.
I don't think there was a C-wing or D-wing there.
No, D-wing was still there. So we had to move
One
there
time.
like maybe our sophomore year. No,
No,
tell
no.
no one times.
No,
There
check
can
it
be
out.
no one-time stories.
We told this girl that we were having a party in C wing, and she never talked to any of us again, bro. She was mad. Yeah.
Went and got
She
cute
did
and
not-
everything, did her hair.
She
Took a
could not
shower.
take a joke. Just let me say that.
And
Apparently.
Yeah.
It was
No, I
terrible.
like, man, there was, shout out to, man, I had some good study programs my freshman year. And, I mean, that was probably like my best grades.
freshman
you know?
year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
absolutely.
far.
Hanging out with the
I
students.
mean, just 'cause you're
getting
so focused, everybody's studying. So, I mean, those were fun times in D-Wing. I was neighbors with Sasser and Nick Kaliakai.
Oh, Nick the Kick.
Nick the Kick.
Okay.
Yes.
The one
Man,
and
we
only.
had players everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Sasser was his place, speaks for itself. And Nick, I mean, he was automatic. We didn't have to worry about things like that. I mean, mind you, we were up by like 48 points so like a field goal wouldn't matter. But when we needed it, like he always came through. And then who was our punter? Jeff.
Jeff Edwards.
Yes, sir. I love Jeff. Jeff knows it.
Although, he was a great punter. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, he didn't have to punt too often. The offense was on point most
Mm-hmm.
years, most games. But when we needed him, the fake punts were always on point.
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Jeff Edwards.
Yes. Probably one of the sauciest
We need to get
punters
Jeff
in the nation.
We need to get Jeff on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I've approached him several times, and he says that he doesn't want to come on and nobody wants to hear from him. But
What?
But I disagree with that, Jeff.
Jeff.
I'm calling you out, and please come on
Hunters
the
are
show.
people too.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Football players are people.
Man.
I love me some punters.
Man.
Brad Elkin, what's up?
Right? Shout out to all the kickers, man. That's hard living, man. Man, I remember when our bros went through a hard time. But, I figure when Kyle was going through that, man, he's still our bro. And at the end of the game, it is a game. But, man, people were taking that super serious out here.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've been through my share.
I was always told that you shouldn't, as a player, if you're doing your job, it shouldn't land on the foot of the kicker. The game,
Ever.
yeah, and that's
Ever.
the goal. Obviously, that was a tough break for him, but we love you, Kyle. And
Always.
please, we'd love to have you on the show too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna find you. I'm sure.
Find you. I know.
I'm gonna find you.
weird.
I probably shouldn't say that about
I'm gonna
Kyle
show up in
because
front of your
people have
house.
said that to him before. Probably.
I'm going to
sorry.
find you.
In a nice way, respectful.
I'm gonna find a way to get a hold of you, Kyle, and
Mm-hmm.
we'd love to have you on the show because I'm sure
Yeah.
you got some stories to tell,
Yes,
my man.
indeed. God, people are nuts.
So how was that change from
daughter.
the Big West to the WAC? Were you guys part of that?
Yeah, I don't remember. It changed maybe like a couple times from what I remember. Maybe like,
Was nothing big?
because we went like Big West, right, to Mountain West.
But it was always like the Big West was closing out, and there was a bunch of teams leaving the WAC, and
Like you guys knew that? You guys didn't panic at all? It was just like, we out?
No, we
there
just
was a
wanted
lot
to
of
play.
teams. There was a lot of teams that came with us from the Big West into the WAC. So it was more like a rebranding of the conference we were already in than moving up. Really, I would say.
Yeah, we didn't really get any
I was-
heavy hitters. We
I-
were always the heavy hitter in the conference.
I personally was pissed at the time because TCU left right when we came in, and I
Yeah.
thought that. TCU and us.
They were
like-
running.
Yeah, they've always been.
Yeah, they knew better.
So
I hate TCU, by the way.
yeah, me
most-
too,
yeah,
man.
I think that's a
My
common-
daughter's calling in, you guys. Should we say what's
Yeah,
up?
of course.
Put her on.
Hello, Ruby.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, what's up? What are you doing?
Nothing. We're just watching the show.
Oh,
Live.
awesome. How do I sound?
You sound good.
Awesome. Okay. What else you got? What do you think? How are we doing?
hear me?
Yeah. Apparently, Rubee is experiencing technical
I know.
difficulties.
This is a remote location.
Hello, Rubee. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
All right.
You got to take it easy. How was ballet rehearsal today?
Good. I got my part is I'm an Arabian.
Oh, really?
Nice.
There you go.
She auditioned for the Nutcracker last weekend, and she got cast in 2 roles. She's going to be a soldier, a battle soldier, and she's also going to be what they call a mini variation.
Hey, Rubee, I have a question for you.
What?
What do you think's harder, ballet or football?
Football.
You think so, huh? I don't know.
You know, they send a lot of offensive linemen to ballet courses to help with their feet and
feet
footwork. Yeah.
Is that how you got into it, Turner?
No, I've never been in ballet before,
Sweet
John.
Feet Turner.
I've never taken a dance class in my life, actually.
You're just naturally
And
talented?
I can't dance. For one, I can't dance, and I actually married a dance teacher. So I'm hoping to get.
Oh.
Hopefully, those free lessons are going to kick in.
Dance. He definitely cannot dance.
Me, I cannot. I can
wow.
square dance. We went to the square dance last night. You guys got to
And
come out.
Cut it down.
The
huh?
first Friday of every month, all through the winter, there's a square dance in Mardi Gras. Shout out.
Ooh,
It's a
Mardi Gras.
great time.
Mardi
Bring the
Gras.
kids.
Wow.
Bring
Don't
the
say that
kids.
3 times.
Bring
Don't say it 3 times.
Bring the kids. It's a
You'll
great
be
time.
there.
I'm serious. I know Mardi Gras got a bad rep, but
Say it again.
you know, Second Amendment, bro. You're good to go, right? We're in one of those states where
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I think, we've got some stories of Mardi Gras.
Even I have stories of Mardi Gras.
Do you?
well,
I
hey,
don't know
my
if it would
daughter.
trump
Hey,
ours.
Rubee, tell them how awesome Mardi Gras is.
Did you have fun?
Tell them how awesome the square dance was last night.
Fun?
Good time.
Did you have your cowboy boots on?
No, but
We had just come from rehearsal. We had to go straight from rehearsal
Oh, boy.
to the square dance. We were out late last night. The baby came out and partied. She's 2.5 months old.
Getting it in.
Shout out to little Kennedy Danielle
Kennedy.
Turner. She's 2.5 months
That's
old.
the
and
funnest
she's
time
rocking.
when they're tiny like that.
Oh yeah, that's how I feel too, man.
shout out to Kirsten.
And shout out to my beautiful wife, Kirsten Danielle,
oh, yeah.
Kirsten Allard
Of
Turner.
course, of course.
I love you. Thank you for letting me come and hang out with my friends in this bar.
Shout out to us. And then I decided to call you.
Yeah, good. I'm good. Thanks for the call.
Can we get a prediction of the score?
Yeah.
Rubee, who's gonna win the game? What's the score gonna be?
I don't know.
Well, come on, you gotta guess. Think big numbers though.
135 to 0.
Yeah.
Running
That's
it up.
an NCAA record
So
right
you
there.
think they're going to
talking
cover,
about.
huh?
Everybody, good
Hot
answer,
take right
Rubee.
there. Hot take. Oh,
You heard
boy.
it here first, folks. Call it in. It's a lock. That's Rubee's lock of the week.
It's a lock. Bet on it.
Yes.
Well, Rubee, I'm glad you're listening. Thanks for calling in. Is Kirsten there?
Dad, you want to talk to her?
Yeah, let's say what's up to the wife real quick. Might as well.
Yep.
Come into the baby's room because I'm in the baby's room now, and it's harder
Okay.
to.
Well, don't worry about it then. Just tell her I'll talk to her later.
Okay.
Okay. I love you, Rubee.
Bye, Ruby.
See
Hi,
ya.
Rubee.
Did you hang up?
No.
Okay.
Just in silence. Sitting
Okay,
there.
I'm going to
I
go
can
now,
hear
okay,
you.
Rubee?
I can hear you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bronco Hotline,
Yes.
Rubee Ray Turner. She's 8 years old. She's a ballerina. She goes to Sage International. She's amazing.
What is the phone numbers of the Bronco hotline?
Yeah, what is that? I'm gonna start-
208-761-3177.
Oh, one
Call
more
in
time.
now.
One more time for the people in the back.
Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, go.
208-761-3177.
761.
Isn't that your number, too?
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
If you want
of
to sell
course it
Turner
is.
anything, call him,
Yeah,
too.
give me
Yeah.
a ring. If you
Spam
want to
that.
advertise on this
Spam.
show, give me a ring.
Yes.
spam them, do whatever. Just yeah.
I will forward your telemarketing call onto this show
Right
if you
here.
give me money.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh, that's that's one way to ask for sponsors, I guess.
Direct.
Give us
sponsorship,
your
yeah.
money.
I want to post on my Facebook, but you might get a lot of hate mail from Denver Bronco fans, not to be confused with Boise State Bronco fans.
Yes.
Different.
So I'm going to avoid that situation.
I just need to clarify that we are not affiliated with Boise State University in any way whatsoever.
Not at all.
At all.
We just
Or the
all-
Denver Broncos,
Or
for
the
that
Denver
matter.
Broncos.
No, no Broncos.
Just
No.
a couple of guys at Suds
Hanging out.
hanging out.
That all happen to play for a team in the Valley.
And we just think it was a cool name. I mean, the Bronco Alumni
Yeah,
show.
it's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
It's
Kind of like when they sold people's jerseys with their number on it. Ooh, do we want to go there?
Remember that? I know. Should they pay him?
Should they pay him? Should they pay him? Jay, what do you think here?
Yeah, there we go.
what do you
Weigh
think?
in. Weigh in.
Yeah, I'm glad California, finally took that first step. I mean,
It's hard, right? It's
Ohio's
hard.
thinking about
no,
it.
there
too.
is nothing hard about it, sir.
Okay.
I mean, if they're bringing in money like that on their likeness, their jerseys, selling commercials to radio stations.
How
and
many
TV? I'm talking multi-million-dollar TV contracts.
Hey, man.
I mean, let me get enough so I can get some groceries in my refrigerator. There's just not a package of bologna in there when I come home from playing in front of 80,000 people.
Thanks for the sandwich after the game.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
And chips, though.
And chips. And
too.
the chips.
You just were in like
Shout out to
15 car
Cobbies.
wrecks.
Shout out
and
to
they give
Cobbies.
you-
Thanks to the sandwiches, Cobbies.
They're no longer here. They knocked
yeah,
the building
rest in
down.
peace.
Oh, they're in
Cobbies next
Garden
door.
City now.
Oh, yeah, they're
still in
around.
Garden City.
One and only location.
Yeah,
One and only.
it's legit.
So pay these guys, huh?
Yeah. What's up,
Pay
Cobbies? Hit me up.
Yeah, but
I
then
mean, I
won't-
guess you are getting a free education.
Yeah, but won't you
know?
take away the joy of being a poor college student?
No, there's no joy in
Yeah,
that.
there is. Yeah,
Listen to what- say that
You
again.
I was a
one more
poor college student. I got to play nothing, like intramurals, pickup games. So
time. I'm just saying for like survival, like. How
about put it in an account?
I know for a fact we had guys that we would be hungry. You shouldn't have to go to. I mean, come.
yeah, no, I mean you need a basic living wage.
I mean, and it's. I mean.
I think playing football, we're so humble and just so grateful for what we've been through.
It's upsetting.
We're not going to
Jay.
ever be on the other
It's
side,
okay,
but at the
though,
same
man.
time, though, hey, let's pay these guys.
I mean, a little bit. I know the scholarship checks are quite a bit more, and cost of living hasn't gone up that much.
Well, it has around here.
You said 800 for 3 bedrooms?
Yeah.
So now it's about,
1,500
Yeah,
on camp, near
15,
campus.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Times two.
I mean, let's-
Apartment right there for 2 bedrooms, about 16.
so
near
you can make
campus.
that work with $600.
I've thought about this before, and I think there's things you can do. The school should feed the players. They have training table now. Apparently,
they got it together now.
we didn't have that. That was rough, obviously. Feed the players while they're here, and set up something for them so when they're done playing, they have not only options but support to deal with not playing anymore. For one, the trauma, physical, emotional, for whatever might have happened while you were playing, and just like take care of the guys afterwards, man. That's all. It's not that hard when you make so many millions of dollars.
I think everyone can benefit for just having another year in school for free after football's done.
Or just
That's
degree
true.
completion all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, if it takes you a couple of years, or I don't know where you're at. I think.
What about masters? Just say, hey, we'll give you your masters.
Why wouldn't you want your program to be able to gloat that? I mean,
Come here, we'll give you your masters.
right?
You'll leave here with your masters.
Guaranteed.
I mean, and that's something that they can pitch in recruiting. I mean, that's what you want in a program.
Oh.
But they're getting there.
We're talking
I
about.
think we can sell that
way.
pitch right there, though.
Yeah, I
think
mean
we can.
that's what we're here for too. I mean we've talked often about how much money you could raise and how many more people you could keep in the stands during the game if you could just sell some beverages in the stadium.
What kind of beverages do you speak of, sir?
Alcoholic
Adult.
beverages.
Yes.
Oh.
Over 21-year-old.
Yeah, like you can have a beer in the stadium and that would keep people in there and that would help the team.
True.
It's garbage when that second half crowd, when the team may
There's like
or
a
may not
thousand
need
people
it.
in the whole stadium.
and the visiting crowd is
Well,
jam-packed.
I believe it's for the family atmosphere that starts at 8:30 at night.
8:30
I
at
know.
night.
Bring my family down.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, aren't we one of the fastest growing communities in the country,
Like
really?
top 10 for sure.
So
what they
how
say.
come we can't take some of those people and try to sell tickets to them
Right.
by having a better home environment than
Yes.
trying to make all this money off of an East Coast corporation that doesn't give a crap about us or our
East
fans?
Coast. What day
I
did
mean,
you guys...
but we want that TV exposure, man.
I
That's why I
agree.
came here. I seen the teams we were playing and how many times that they were going to be on ESPN, and then pretty much it wasn't a hard decision at all.
I agree. I mean, it's the
time are you
biggest
guys playing
sports
at, though?
network.
Gosh.
Regular times.
What time are your late games?
We had
at?
a lot of Thursday night games, like the only,
Like 7 o'clock, though, Thursday night?
the only game.
Those are nice.
8:30, man.
You guys
8:30?
ever play on Saturday during the day?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
all
got
the
that.
time.
I used
Yeah,
to. I
Saturday,
love
yeah,
watching
morning
college
games,
football
yeah.
during the day.
Almost all of
Yeah.
our home games were during the daytime in the late months of the season.
Yeah, it was nice back then.
There's no Boise State on Saturday afternoon anymore. They're never. Not gonna
Why
happen.
are Saturday games so nice?
I mean, because you wake up in the morning, you get every
What time's wake up?
like 5, 6.
Okay.
6 o'clock. Correct?
Walk us through.
It depends what time the game. I remember playing as early as like
11 o'clock?
ball
11?
games like 10,
11,
10 o'clock
12,
in the
yeah. Oh,
morning,
yeah.
or like at 9 o'clock in the morning, something
Okay.
crazy. But the morning, it just you get it out of the way, man. We've already put in the work. We know our playbook.
Hayes in the barn.
Yeah, it's already in there. I'm just trying to,
And just thinking
trying
about
to
it,
let-
and
trying
thinking
to
about
let
it from the
let
other
it
point
go.
of view, from the fans' point of view, you're up early, you're tailgating.
Yeah.
You could take your family, get
A breakfast
get
burrito
good,
and a beer.
get a good buzz going during the day, watch the game, get it out, and then go home with your family
and
afterwards.
still have a night with the family.
Yeah,
and
instead of
whatever you want to do.
just a tired kid at 2 in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Down those steep stairs from the top. It's just
Already
not good.
been pissed on.
How about
by-
just one Saturday, 1:30? Just right in the
Ooh.
contract. One a year.
Just one.
September,
You know,
October,
throw
nice
the
fall
fans a bone.
afternoon.
Throw them a bone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're all here, right?
Why can't we have Boise State on ESPN at 1 in the afternoon?
Just once.
Yeah,
One day.
it's impossible.
No, I don't. We got to cater to the rest of the.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain anymore. It is what it is.
Yeah, put us on TV.
They do
That's
play
all we
Colorado
want.
State at 1:30, but that's the day after Thanksgiving. But that's also
Oh,
down
like
in Fort
FS1
Collins.
or
Yeah,
something?
Yeah, that's down there. There's no. I think BSU is the ones that have the contract with ESPN. So the BSU home games are pretty much dictated by ESPN, whether they want to say that or not.
How long is that contract? Because you got Hulu Sports out there now. So much is going to streaming now.
I know.
It's
yeah.
going to be a big contract coming soon.
Yeah, soon.
And I bet you Albertsons has their hand dipped in that.
Hey,
bad
we'll
boy.
we'll broadcast the games live right here. We're fine. If you
Right.
guys want to throw a bone our way, that's
Right.
fine too.
Hey,
We're
yeah.
gonna need some more cameras.
well-
Hey, FaceTime coming in right
sure.
here.
Yeah.
FaceTime.
We're just gonna
bam.
get everybody in the stands to point their phone at the field. We'll be fine. Look at that. We have 30,000 camera angles. We're all set.
360
Yes. Wide copy, tight copy.
Yeah, we could
That's
show
all
that.
we
We
need.
could show Matrix highlights with that many cameras.
Yeah.
We'd be set.
Oh boy.
I think we've
You're
we
welcome.
got something going.
Yeah, don't steal that idea, Boise State, without talking to me.
So
It's already gone, John.
here's my favorite question for a guest like me on the show. Mm-hmm. Your locker room. How many toilets?
In our locker room?
Yeah.
You don't want to know.
Bro, I
Take
don't
a
know,
guess.
bro.
Take a guess.
I didn't like taking showers or going to the bathroom there.
How many toilets?
Take
Sit
a-
down
take a
toilets.
guess. Take a
In
guess.
Our locker room, I think maybe 2.
No.
Two.
No.
Two.
Nope.
Back at 2, yeah.
Nope.
Four?
Nope. There was one.
Yeah, it wasn't much, bro.
There was one.
It was one.
It was one
Yeah,
toilet.
you
in
don't
there.
want to be there. That's not where you
One
want to be.
toilet
How
in
many
there?
guys?
And maybe 2 outside the weight room.
With staff and training in there, we're talking 100. Easy.
Dude, we had one
60
toilet, and
plus
it was
on the team?
disgusting. And I
Oh,
gotta say, I played football with some of the most
Yeah.
disgusting human beings on the planet.
Bad.
I mean, it was, you want to know how disgusting? I don't know if anyone's ever said this. This is a deep. it's a deep, dark secret.
There's
You probably know what I'm talking about, Jay. How disgusting the door was on the bathroom stall.
No, that's right. I'm not going around none of that
You
evilness.
blocked it? Did you block that out of your memory, or you just don't want to remember
Denver's
it?
a liar.
I kept my bathroom and my shower clean. That's where.
In your house?
You know.
Oh, so you didn't even go near the
Why
bathroom.
would I? What? No way.
I know.
So you
Some
didn't
of the
shower
people
after
that
the
use
games?
that thing.
No. I mean, you know, I didn't really get stinky in the games anyway. I mean, we're only playing a half, you know, and then they let us play one series of the third quarter, and then here.
What
We
about
don't
the
wanna
away
use-
games? You just fly home?
No. I might have rinsed off. But it all depends, you know. In like Louisiana Tech, I'm not taking a shower and there's like 4,000 crickets on the floor.
Yeah.
Like
that's not
piles
nice.
of
It was like,
Nope.
all right.
You know, the
Wow.
hotel room, it's got a colony of crickets in your sheets when you're sleeping. No. So I didn't sleep that trip or I didn't probably shower that trip.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah,
No, it's
Ruston,
not.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
it's
some
the one and
places-
only. Them nerds got it good up in there in
What was your
Ruston.
best place to go to?
Locker room wise? I mean, the SEC normally had their stuff together. I mean, as far as how they,
Visiting?
it was like 100% humidity and like 90 plus degrees.
big
So
boy,
it didn't
you're
really
sweating,
matter
huh?
what amenities that they presented. Whew, it was hot out there.
But I
man.
would say most SEC locker rooms were as good, if not better, than our home locker room.
For sure.
Would you say that?
Yeah, they look at you know, I think that they're the conference.
Yeah, they're like they definitely get that they have that reputation. That's for sure.
So I mean those games kind of separated people on like some people. I don't think we're all the way ready
No,
for 4 quarters of that.
no, they were all by far bigger and
Faster
yeah,
and was it stronger as well?
stronger. Yeah.
Not all of them. I think that the biggest difference was the line, O&D line.
Yeah.
The skill positions, they were all fast. When you got tackled, you got hit by like 6 people minimum. They all ran to the ball, but man, that's what we wanted to play. We didn't want to. I didn't enjoy those games. I mean, it's fun running around kids that look like they didn't watch any film all week or go to practice or anything.
What are you doing?
Like what? It almost was. I told Coach Cutter, like, man, it feels like we're like cheating out there. I mean, everything turned slow motion when the ball hiked because it happened exactly how it went on film and exactly how our scout team would give it to us over and over and
Shout
over.
out to the scout teams of the world out there.
Man,
And we had the most.
We had the best one. We had the best one by far. I mean, I think we were only as good as the look that we got
Always.
on a daily basis.
Always.
And that's a place where you learn. Was in the scout team too. I remember going against guys like Andy Bennett and Zach Weber
Yep.
and all the Mike Malloy. Those guys were beasts.
Yeah, they
And
were.
That's where you find out.
Yeah.
That's where coaches find out who's gonna move on and who's not.
Yeah.
Hey, but that is so hard to learn, though. Scout team, you come in, you're 18, you're like, what? I'm not a dude.
What do you mean? Point to a. Oh, you mean learn how to play that role of a scout team player?
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know
you're a
nothing
different
about
team
that.
every week.
Well, O-line, D-line's more one-on-one anyway. It was more like I think so.
I think, though.
Well, on the edge
if
at
you're
least.
a
at
D-line
tackle.
scout team, you're listening to bigger dudes tell you, hey, chill, relax, brother, relax.
Hey, Rudy made a career of the scout team. All right,
Rudy was offsides.
he's still making money from that.
I remember.
I never heard that.
I remember Coach Cutter. We were running plays, and the scout team they got the play wrong, and he might have reprimanded one of our coaches. And in the end, I think the play. They were in the right defense the whole time. But Cutter was no nonsense. I want this look, and I want it completed successfully, time and time again. And that's why we'd go into the games, and it'd feel like slow motion because the man was a perfectionist. Gosh, thank you, Coach. Thank you for gracing us with your time here.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing me here. I love this place,
Yeah,
and I love
yes, indeed.
my brothers that I played with, the city's been great to me, and we're just trying to give back here on this show, you know. So
Yeah, this is gonna be good, man. Get in contact with all the players.
Yeah.
I mean, Boise's been successful for many a year.
oh,
you
in
know,
the
from
in
the
the
beginning stages.
from the
so-
junior college to 1AA.
It's been a generation, guys. 20 years. It's been almost a generation. These are entirely new people with new thoughts and ideas, but the same results.
Yeah. I mean, I think the same mentality as far as the program's concerned. It always has been blue collar. You know, we want to outwork. We want to outwork everybody. I mean, we compete versus one another to get positions on the team, and then we want to showcase that on Saturdays and Fridays and whatever other day.
Whenever
they wanna give
ESPN
us.
says to
whenever you
showcase
say,
it.
What day we playing?
You know,
Midnight on Sunday. It's fine.
You know what's crazy? If I close my eyes, Jay, you sound like you played in the same era as me. Like, we're on the same page. Nothing has changed at all.
At all.
That blueprint that's the blueprint. That's
Yeah.
the blue turf. That's what it is when you come here.
Yeah.
As a coach, that's what you're going to do when you come here.
And that was laid down way before my time with Pokey. And then
And
Houston Nutt, and then Cutter, and
remember, and who's
Dan.
the original one? Was it Lyle, right?
Lyle Smith. Yeah.
Lyle Smith Field, Albertson Stadium.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
legends. You know when
Yeah.
you go into a locker room and they have like pictures, they have several pictures of the same guy up somewhere, and you're like, okay, this place, it's got its pride, its history, its excellence. It's you walk in the Hall of Fame. My family got to watch the game from the Marshall game from the Hall of Fame with Carolyn Reyna, and they babysat the baby. My mom and dad and Carolyn and everybody came up and they babysat the baby in the Hall of Fame. And man, when I was in there walking around, you see a bunch of just ballers that played in the NFL that were here and setting records. And what is there only like one retired jersey in Boise State history or something like that? Or have they done more than one? There's only one quarterback, like 14 or something like that, who's retired. I know there's not very many. 14 or 15.
Who is that? Who is
I don't know.
14?
Maybe it was.
check?
Maybe it was 17. We needed the
Oh,
stat.
you
Where's the
spit out
stat
number?
guy?
Oh, the stat guy? No, the stat guy's not here today.
Where's the stat guy?
Has he ever been here?
I got a stat for you.
No.
Is it Tony Knapp? Does that name ring a bell? Was that a coach? It looks like I looked him up before the game. He coached for 6 seasons at UNLV, and he coached BSU from 68 to 75, 71 wins over that time.
Sounds about right.
Yep, and Chris Peterson broke that record. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there's your tie into today's game for your stat. That's it. That's all I got for stats. Historic. How it ties into today's game. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I should have brought the
don't know.
laptop today, but it's heavy.
Right.
You're gonna bring it down
Yeah,
here?
they-
I know.
those bricks nowadays.
Now I'm getting old. Can't read the phone.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah, you can blow it up though.
Yeah.
As I'm going blind, you can
Oh,
just get it
hang
bigger
on.
and bigger. Oh,
We've got a stat check.
Oh, stat
All right.
check.
That's exciting.
What,
Well,
what,
I'm
yeah,
trying
what
to
site
say
is
is,
this coming from?
You know what? This is on the MWC Mountain West Conference Board.com.
that
I'm Chuck
sounds
Hayes on the
reliable.
Bronco Alumni Show.
Hey, you're
Here
the
we
man
go.
in charge of stats
So
now.
we got here. So this is presented to me from BSU Top 25. That's the username. Boise State only has one retired jersey number, and that's number 12.
Oh, 12.
Jim McMillan,
Oh, Jim McMillan.
quarterback from the 70s.
Yes.
Did he play in the league?
Jim.
I don't know, but he also continued to say, I would rather see a ring of honor with names around the stadium than any more numbers retired. Kellen Moore, Doug Martin, Darren College, Ryan Clady would be worthy names to put on that ring
Ooh,
of
let's start
honor.
pushing that. The Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's
The-
some heavy hitters.
The Denver Broncos have a Ring of Honor. Why can't the Boise State Broncos
Yeah, that's
throw that
sounds-
up
that
there?
would be
Well,
sweet.
I wouldn't want to copy the Denver Broncos because the Boise State Broncos were the first to be the Broncos and have the blue and orange, and Denver owner totally ripped it off from us.
That's
and
fine.
never gave any credit. or
Work
nothing.
together.
At all.
I looked that up one time. It's a fact.
yeah?
The Boise State Broncos have been around since the 30s, and the Denver Broncos have not.
Let's go back to the Ring of Honor. Why can't we slap the
We
ring
do
of
like
honor?
a horseshoe of honor.
Yeah, brought to you by
shoe of
The
honor.
shoe of
Oh,
honor.
the
I
shoe
think
of
that's got a
honor.
nice ring.
I'd rather
Ooh, would
do-
Derek Schumann be on there?
So many players, man.
91.
So many players.
Shoe.
The one and only.
Man.
Wrapping it up.
Who's that?
You may, you making
I
people
thought
leave the
you
bar.
knew,
Yeah.
She knew you.
What did he say?
He said, "Go Irish."
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Shout
He's a
out to
local
Notre
guy.
Dame.
Oh,
Shout out
hey,
to Notre Dame.
we are a sports
Thanks for
bar.
the recruiting trip.
We
It
are
was
at a
dope.
sports bar.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
wait,
was
you
really-
Sounds like a fun one.
You went to Notre Dame?
I took a recruiting trip there,
You
but
took one?
I was not offered. Though.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Did
the
you have a
trip.
host?
Rocky Boyman.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rocky.
yeah.
What'd you guys do? What are you laughing about, bro?
Yeah, what did you do in Indiana?
He's an Irishman, and so we did what Irishmen do.
Is whiskey involved?
Jägermeister.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
They
a
broke me in.
refined
They
beverage.
broke me in real good that night.
What was the weather like? Was it snowing outside?
Yeah, there was like the stadium was almost filled with snow. It looked like melted vanilla ice cream in a bowl, like
Was that
because it was
because
almost full
of it
snow.
looked like that?
No,
or
it was a
because
ton
of
of
the
snow.
drink?
It was a ton of snow.
Like
No, flying in from the airplane
Oh,
when I
okay,
flew
I
in.
see.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah, that's a
I didn't
different
tell a
type of
complete story
Where,
there.
was Notre Dame at this? Was Lou Holtz gone?
No, yeah, he was. It was Bob Davies that.
All right.
And the year before that, my high school played a game in Illinois, and the coach because Corey Minor and Joey Getherall were players for Notre Dame that both went to my high school and were on the team that year. And we played a game in Illinois against Naperville Central, and the coaches called in every favor they could and got almost all the seniors in the Michigan Notre Dame game the next day in South Bend. So
Cool.
I got to see that game. Shout out Coach Salter, Coach Mulvihill,
Oh, look at you.
all my coaches
Bucket
back
list.
at high school, Coach Deshaun Burns, Joey Getherall, and Corey Minor for putting that together.
Boom.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Well, yeah. How you feel about time on this?
Been rolling for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, that's it.
What do you say? You want to keep going?
Time's flying.
Well, let's talk to our guests. How do you guys
I
feel?
know.
What are there any
You guys got to be somewhere.
burning questions? No, I'm good.
Oh, you want in the interview questions? Okay. Let me
Oh
get my
yeah, let's do
notebook
it.
out.
Let's do it.
Jay Swillie.
Yeah.
Can we
One
do a little
question
intro?
I like to ask: How did you get to Boise State?
Yeah.
By way of an airplane.
You flew in. Are you, so your arms weren't tired when you landed.
Once you get up into that jet stream, it's all downhill from there.
Who recruited you to come to Boise State?
Houston Nutt.
Okay.
Yes. And then, like a week later, then Dirk Cutter called.
Oh.
And I was like, "Where's Houston at?" And I guess he had took the first thing smoking out to Arkansas.
Was that when he left in the middle of the night?
Yes. And then thankfully we were blessed to get Dirk Cutter, which he was a cool coach. I mean, he came to my neighborhood and spoke me into wanting to be a Bronco. I mean, I could, he just carries himself with I just expect greatness out of you in practice and as you as a man and the way, I mean, God, is the way he speaks about offense. I mean, he's been an offensive genius in my mind for many a years, and it showed when we led the nation in scoring and our offensive numbers were up there. And these were, our first couple of years being just
Covered every point spread. Every single one.
Every single one. I wish I had known that.
I wish I had known that
bet
too.
that
Yeah.
$13 I did have.
Yeah, you could have done.
$12.50.
It's been a
Yes.
good investment.
Doubled that.
One of the guys we had on at the spring game, because we came out and recorded some stuff that we're still editing down and mixing down, but Jason Robinson had a similar story when he said he flew in and Coach Hawkins was the coach, and then by the time he flew out, or no, that's not. I don't remember how it went actually.
Oh, that's it. So
Like
Hawkins
Peterson was the coach?
Was
Is that
packing
what
his
it is?
clothes when he
Peterson.
flew in.
Peterson was the coach.
Okay.
So he flew in, and then the next morning, Coach Hawkins had dipped out
went
to
to Colorado.
Yeah, that's how it went.
Then Hawkins.
Yeah,
and then
Hawkins left, and then
Peterson
Peterson. So he
Yeah, that was
fell
it.
asleep in the hotel with Hawkins recruiting him, and then woke up the next morning, and Peterson was recruiting him. I believe that's how
Knocked
the
on his
story-
door. Hey, you're not going anywhere, are you?
Hey guys.
That's not a bad deal.
Yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
could be worse.
It could.
It could be worse.
The Hawkins era was prolific in terms of Boise State scoring. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, once you figure out the formula, we have, a little school like us, whatever, that's what they call us, we have to put up points. So.
Oh, home of the trick play.
It was
that
that,
was
but
a
you got to
big
be able to set up the trick play first, and you got to be
Yeah.
dangerous to set up the trick
Well, I mean,
play.
that's all you heard for years.
Exactly.
Trick play,
I
trick
know.
play. Like,
It's,
okay,
it's
but, yeah.
disturbing.
Yeah.
But I'm
That was
talking
a
about
big win, though. We've always had some big underdog wins. I mean, no, they never expect us to ever compete with the big boys, and we always do.
And just talk about the complexity of the offense that you ran, and what if you've ever seen anything like it in football anywhere else.
Well, I guess I believe like Cutter's offense resonated through many coaches after that, and he would just he would high-low defenses, so make safeties in other positions pick between two people running at him. You're either going to cover the top or also, he would give us options to break off. We had freedom, not as much freedom as maybe Ryan got his senior year. He got to call his own plays because.
Yeah, he knew the offense. He was kind of
man.
he was a prodigy. He
wish.
just thrived
Man.
in that.
That good, huh?
He thrived in that
It was-
environment. Let's just put it that way.
And our system wasn't too complicated. Like I said, it was slow motion when the games would come.
It looked
man.
complicated to me from an offensive lineman standpoint, where it's pretty concrete what we're doing, where you guys had so many different groupings to remember and formations, and I have to line up here and then I move over there, but if this word ends with a K, then I line up off the line. But if it ends with a P, but it's the same word, and it's all just.
In all of those groups,
branched.
we would have the same exact play, but
Yeah.
with like 7 different formations.
But in every different formation, you had to have a different defender lined up on you, because he knew what everybody was going to do, and I've never seen or heard any. It was people still talk about it. I remember when I saw my high school running back. Mike Wagner, who played for Iowa State in your senior season, when we played in the bowl game, your senior season, against Seneca Wallace and them, he was the running back that year.
was he?
And I saw him at one of the events pre-game, and he just came up and asked me, he goes, Jason, man, I just got to ask you, how do you guys score so many points? How do you do it? Because he was playing in the Big 12 at the time, when it was a different type of football than Coach Cutter played, and that we played, I guess. And he just couldn't imagine scoring 60, 70 points
And it's
in a game.
we weren't just passing the ball; we were running it 40+ times a game.
Oh,
And
yeah.
When
Just-
we did pass it, we would gouge him. But Brock Force, he was a force to be reckoned with, man.
Davey.
We had some phenomenal running backs. David Michael. We had
David.
we had.
Donnie.
D-Mike.
Oh
David
yes,
Michael. You know D-Mike?
Yeah, that's my little brother.
Oh, man, we should call up
What
D-Mike
up,
right
D-Mike?
now.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh,
might
man.
as well.
He's out here in Idaho still. He's in
yes,
Boise.
yes.
Shout
yeah.
out to Rock and Armor, physical training. A bunch of his athletes competed in Front Street Frights last night and killed it.
Did they?
The gym downtown, run by Jesse Brock, former Bronco wrestler,
Well, yeah.
went 5-0 last night at Front Street Fights right in downtown Boise.
5-0. The dude had 5 different fights.
No, I had 5 competitors in the show, and
on the same
everybody
team.
won.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Shout out.
Well, I think that brings
SBG.
you. It's a good time to ask Mr. Swillie here. Who would you like to see on this show or hear from on this show? Would you give you your top 3 choices?
Probably like a couple of the defenders from when I was young, maybe like Shenard Hart and Ryan Brinkley.
Ooh.
And Marcel Yates. Yeah,
Marcel
Coach
Yates.
Yates.
Sal will
Coach
call
Yates.
in. He'll call in. He's a busy man, but I'm sure he could find some time to call in. I mean, those guys were. They laid down the culture for me. Those are just people that I looked up to. But at the same time, all my receiver OGs.
You could say more than 3.
Rodney Smith, for sure. Corey Nelson, he's a track coach. I mean, that boy was an Olympic runner, a 400-meter runner, just a phenomenal athlete. Antoine Wilson, of course. I mean, all those guys that were seniors when I came in, affected me greatly, and I always, look at them as big brothers forever. But, man, we got players. I could name like 80 people.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
We'll keep going. Call everybody out.
All the
That's
players.
fine.
I want the players who I want Titus.
Yes.
I want Titus on here. I want Pettis on here. I want those guys. I want
That's what.
Jerron, and I want all the players. You know who you are, guys. Call in, man. The fellas want to holler at you.
That's all this is just players only, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why.
And John.
And players and John. Yeah. Shout out to John and all the people that never played.
Yeah, there you go. Here representing all of you.
The Players Club.
Yeah.
No, but we're here to bring the alumni closer together. I know it's hard to do with emails and junk mail with the Alumni Association, and it's affiliated with the school, and it's hard to hang out and let it all hang out because the school has to protect their image,
Of course.
and from people like me, and and we're okay with that. It is what it is. It gives us maybe a little more access. I don't know. Maybe it's a little harder, but it'll pay off in the end because it's growing. And thank you to all the viewers out there that might be.
Ain't that what's Coach's name, man? He was a GA here. Then he went to Oregon. Then he was like a Tennessee defensive coordinator.
I can't even see. I don't have my glasses on. Let me put on my shades real quick.
What was that coach's name? Is he coaching for Oregon?
Where is he?
He was just on the TV.
On the TV.
Oh, on the TV.
Wilcox?
Yeah, Wilcox.
Coach
Where's
Wilcox.
he coaching at now?
Oh, it's going to Cal.
Oh, okay, that makes
Is he the
sense.
head coach or is he the
Yeah,
coordinator?
Gerald Alexander.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gerald
Coach,
Alexander.
yeah, and Wilcox.
Coach Wilcox.
Yeah, man, he was a good man.
How about
Yeah, we had stars. We had stars in our
Andy
training
Avalos.
What?
Oh, wait, so Wilcox was here when you were here?
Yeah,
Who?
He was,
Wilcox.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like,
He was a GA, dude.
He was a GA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when you guys
Under
were
Coach Guy? Or under Coach
Somebody over there on the defense, I don't remember.
Coach Gregory? I think
Bob
Coach
Gregory?
Gregory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gregory
Gregory
was,
left. He came back here, right? Is that correct?
I think so. I think so.
He
Maybe.
came back once Wilcox left.
Offense and defense. It's a little hard to,
Yeah, we don't
it's the
mess
same
with you.
same team,
Don't mess with
two
y'all,
sides of
man.
the same coin.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
There's a
All I
Boise
remember
State
is
Bible somewhere, man. That Bible is somewhere.
I know.
Underneath
I
the
know.
stadium.
Where's the access? We need access. Who's gonna give us insider
We're
access?
going to have to put it together ourselves.
I
Yeah.
writing the names down. Yeah, just keep writing
There's
them
a
down.
code to this right here. There's a code.
You know, if you Google that and look up rosters, it's only people who played and have stats that they have have on there. So
A little
it's-
biased against the offensive lineman.
I
We
know,
see where
it's
you're going
terrible.
here. Yeah.
luckily,
We know you played.
I have a stat and I'm in the books.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah.
fumble
A
recovery.
reception.
Ooh.
Yep.
Bang
Against
eight, would you run a fade?
no, I ran a blocking route on a screen and then when he got rushed and bounced it off D Mike's back, and it was just floating there, and I saved it, and I saved an interception is all I did.
Nice.
Yeah. So
How many yards you get on that one?
Minus 2 yards.
All right.
Okay.
They didn't give me forward progress. I'm never gonna stop saying that. I've
Going
said it too many
backwards.
times.
But you had it.
Oh yeah, I'm on the book.
Fair.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Yep, they said his name on ESPN just
Yeah.
once.
And in the stadium announced it
Da-da-da,
too.
da-da-da.
Yeah.
Jason Turner, go to commercial now. All right.
Brought to you by
Cut.
Nice.
Goodness gracious.
All right, well,
Chuck,
oh yeah.
what about you?
What's up?
Yeah.
Who's gonna? I want to
Yeah,
know.
ask him a question.
I'm trying to get some insider access on who's gonna show up this next week. We want a preview.
Yeah.
We got to pump next week because it's
All I know is I got some guys coming to town.
what? Who are they? What are they affiliated with?
You know about me. You
What's
know about
going on?
them.
What's going on next weekend? Is it a
Is
special
it
game?
Is it
Next game,
homecoming?
we got Hawaii, first of all.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Is that
Big time
homecoming?
matchup.
Homecoming?
A big time
time
matchup.
matchup.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
it's homecoming.
Is
It's
it
homecoming. I
It
think
is
it's
homecoming.
homecoming.
Okay.
It's homecoming. We're doing the
I know every week
Stat
for you
check.
is
What's
What's
homecoming.
so big about the matchup exactly?
Hawaii.
They beat a couple Pac-12 teams
Hawaii,
this year.
they're
They-
coming
This year.
in. They're,
Okay,
they're
so they're
flexing,
teasing.
you
They
know.
gotta, yeah.
They're coming in here. It's
They're
time.
gonna try to flex
feeling good.
on the
time.
blue.
They're feeling good.
We're feeling good too,
Yeah,
though.
that's not gonna happen.
I doubt it. But, we always got to knock on wood. Last time we had Dinwiddie saying the same thing about
I know
Fresno
about Fresno
State.
and whack.
And he jinxed
it happened.
us.
I mean,
So-
we're gonna always have anomaly games, but
Yeah.
I mean, remember when I got in trouble when I told the truth about the Idaho Vandals in the paper?
And then being the dirtiest team ever.
No, just that we were gonna go up there and,
Oh,
and
we were going to
scrimmage 'em.
slap them?
It was just going to be like a scrimmage because that's really what those games were like for a lot of years.
Coach didn't like that. I remember that.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Shut that down.
And then we just ran it up like 66 to.
But he
maybe
still ran it
7.
up. He didn't like that you said it, but he still ran it up.
Yeah,
didn't
right.
he?
Like
Yeah.
you got to choose, coach. Do you want to be the better person or do you want to run it up?
Yeah. True.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, the question
what was
was
the biggest? Oh yeah, go
the
ahead.
question was, Chuck, the preview, Hawaii game, big matchup. Are they?
so-
What are they doing at pregame? Is
So
there
we're
going to be
having
like
a 2009 Fiesta Bowl reunion, not the first one. Fiesta Bowl 2.
Is that the
Fiesta
TCU one?
Bowl 2. TCU.
All right.
TCU.
And then we could probably do the Humanitarian Bowl 3. Maybe we could do the third Humanitarian.
I like that.
That's for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't say which one.
The HB3.
Man, what boxes of Twizzlers in the garage still
I
from
mean,
that bowl?
do you have a big West ring though? Do you have a ring
Yeah,
from
of
an
course I
extinct?
have that one.
And
I
I'm
have
talking
that same
about
one.
Chuck. He's got
Yes,
the
you
Fiesta
don't know
Bowl
nothing.
ring.
You don't know nothing about
I don't
that.
at all.
Big time.
I was talking to Jarrell the other day. I was like, hey, we didn't win many conference titles. We were 50-3, but we didn't win many
went
conference
4.
titles. So.
Man.
Really?
I'm sorry, Bronco Nation. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's all right. All you can do is try.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Show up.
But you live
What
to
was the
fight
bit-
another day.
What was the biggest lopsided win you played in?
Anytime we played New Mexico State.
That's always a good matchup.
Well, it was a Coach Mummy that had the passing offense.
Oh,
we
man,
went
that
down
guy.
to New Mexico State. And I don't know what he did from south of the border of Mexico or New Mexico, but damn, they came out running the ball, and he was fired the next day. Oh. They never run the ball. And they came out, and all they did was run the ball. He did not want to take that smoke.
He didn't win none of it.
No.
Slow it down.
Nope.
Slow it
Hey,
down.
hey, let's get out of here quick as we can.
Yeah, the offense has been dangerous for many a year. If we get the rolling, I mean, we'll put
What
up
is
a,
it, though?
What about you,
is it?
Jay? What's your most lopsided victory that you can remember? There's a lot of
There
them.
was
That's
a
the
lot
thing.
of
Yeah.
66 to 10, 66.
I remember getting in the
66,
70s my
50.
senior year.
Yeah, if we could, we would.
Yeah, I'm
For sure.
San Jose State.
And we're putting the brakes on at the third quarter. After the first series in the third quarter, the starters are coming out of the game.
And the 2s and
mostly.
3s are still
Yeah.
racking it.
Yeah, and 2s and 3s. Those are our scout team guys that are coming in there and making plays, man. We tried. We tried to slow it down, right? I mean,
Do better.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was good. That was good for our program in the long run, man, for everybody, because eventually those guys became the starters, and they were the ones playing a half and a series of football.
Got to start them young.
Yeah, I think that's a phenomenal blueprint really to build a program.
Any thoughts on the current team, Jay? I know you said you don't have that much time to pay attention. It's rough out there, I know, but
Rough out there in these streets. I don't know. I don't know. The team, I don't know. They don't carry the swagger that I'm used to. I don't know their identity really. I guess, and I mean, I've tried, but there's no really. But as long as you're winning,
I mean, they're off to a good
I
start.
don't know. Are they defense? Are they?
The defense is I would say has been carrying them mostly.
And they're I think they're better at run blocking than pass blocking. I think that's
Really?
kind of been established, which is difficult for an offense, but I
But
mean, it
great
kind of
for the winter months, though.
yes.
Great when it gets cold.
Utah State, yeah, that was for you.
Well, you can pass in the cold too.
We've proven it actually, right?
I mean, it's kind of like the same thing, except it's cold outside. That's the only difference. But,
People fumble in the cold too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
But have you ever been hit by a 220-pound running back?
I remember
220-pound running back coming downhill?
Yeah. You got it. Yeah, you know.
You know, he's trying to hit you.
Man, I love offense, man. I wish I could have played defense too a little bit. You know?
Yeah, I think every
What
offensive
position on
lineman
defense?
wishes they could be defensive linemen.
Middle linebacker. Of course.
Prototype.
Yes, but I'm gonna just, I'm not doing no hitting. I'm gonna just tackle him by the shoulder pads, drag him down. It's a little bit too more physical for me.
That's hard nosed.
I don't blame you.
I like to hit though. I always like to hit. So I probably like safety. Like I wanted to be Q.
Okay, here's a
I
question,
wanted
you
to
guys.
be Quentin
Favorite
Michael.
favorite hitting drill from your junior football days?
Ooh,
Oh,
probably
easy. Oklahoma
drill. Probably that's
You
the
just
step
laying
right
down
there.
on the
Lay
back?
down. You got the
Yeah.
football in your hands. Why do I have a football in my hands? I'm a lineman. What the hell is this, coach?
I don't know. No, I'm a running back.
Don't be
know.
soft. What the hell?
Tell me if you guys know have ever heard of this drill, okay? Where everybody lines up in a big circle. and they're
Bull in
like-
a ring.
Bull in the ring.
No. And then the coach throws a ball to somebody, and the guy who gets the ball starts running around the circle, and the person next to him takes off cutting through the circle. And then, so one's running around, one's running through the circle, and it's like an angle tackling
okay,
drill.
and then you hit
where
them
you'd
on
get
the-
like a bunch of T-bone, like kids just going, like
Yeah.
trying to knock each other out, and everybody
Probably the
just
most
coaches
violent
start like
ones.
that's the most violent hitting drill that I've ever seen in my life.
I think bull in the ring is a lot more violent, though.
Then the
Is your
Oklahoma
bull in the
drill?
ring? The
I
bull
mean,
in the
you're
ring while
turning
in
around
the-
and you're banging each other,
Yeah, bull in the ring, though.
slowly
You're in the middle chopping your feet, and everyone
they
has a
just call
number.
you- yeah,
it
yeah,
could be
yeah.
right behind you. You just head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Head on a freaking swivel.
I
man.
think
They're
they
all good.
outlawed that drill in California
Which
by the
one?
time I was
Bull in
coming
the
through.
ring?
Bull in the ring, yeah. I remember hearing about it, but never been through it. That and dodgeball, I think, went in California
Too many
early.
headshots.
Yeah, just too much bullying happened. Bullying in the ring.
Oh, man.
Kids are crazy.
They're just like grown-ups, man. They're awful human beings,
They
just like
are.
grown-ups.
Jeez.
Football's great, man. Football's great.
Football
Isn't
is
it?
great.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I probably could have got through school though without sports.
Yeah.
Truthfully. I mean, school is boring.
I remember
especially
you were-
most of everybody were, you were smart.
You were a good
We're
student,
all
Jay.
Thinkers. Yeah, man. Kids get bored with our current education system, I believe, and I mean, we got to find a way to start intriguing these kids to want to do math and sciences and the things that matter with all the degrees and I mean, basically our economy now. We need more mathematicians and scientists than artists.
Well, technology is where the money is, and everybody needs to just really embrace that, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think the American population has. They've done it. Like, we have amazing computer scientists in America, but they're like the outliers, and I really think that kids, they really need to attack the tech
I
like
agree.
they do in other countries.
I think the kids got it. It's just the old guys don't
Yeah,
got it. They
making
don't
the
want to do it.
decisions, yeah.
You know, the
Oh,
kids
yeah.
are down for it, but you
Yeah.
know, the gray hairs are like,
Yeah.
Not how we teach.
You gotta find out what X is. I can program a computer to tell me what X is.
Yeah.
Why do I need to figure out what it is?
Automated,
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like you got to stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before you. And that's one thing that I think Boise State did a good job of. in a football aspect was always building on and improving and getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening in the city now. It's blowing up here.
It's good to see.
We're
though.
almost we're not quite full yet, but we're getting there.
Too soon? Too fast? No
Is
plan?
it too fast?
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about Boise's growth? Is it good thing, bad thing? How do you feel?
It's always a good thing.
Growth.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
painful, but it's good, right?
I mean,
It's painful to watch these people run this city growing. I mean, a bunch
Yeah.
of farmers trying to run a city, but they'll figure it out eventually.
I do agree with that. High school sports here it's growing so fast. I don't think we're catching up fast enough on the high school side of like, hey, what 5A versus 4A should look like, number-wise, where, your inner-city schools look like true inner-city schools with sports that are low, but good in soccer and track,
Yeah.
but your football team's low.
yeah.
But you go out, where they're building houses on top of houses, it's like, oh, those football teams
That's
are,
where the players.
there's no
are.
6A here,
Yeah.
but that's 6A football out there.
Exactly,
sure.
yeah.
But we don't know it yet. They don't know it yet.
It'll
We got those-
happen.
Yeah, it will.
They're just getting flooded with people
I know.
every month.
I don't know where to put them.
They're
And
out
they're like,
there
where are all these
Star
people
and
coming
Eagle
from?
and
We didn't. How did they not see it coming though? How are they not prepared for it?
Right?
Just like 2 years or 3 years ago when everything snowed and the roads were just iced over for 3 days and they were trying to find snow plows. And like you didn't see it coming. Like
No.
no, it took a week to get that snow cleared. The city's behind in
Yeah.
every.
The whole infrastructure,
Oh, yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
not the head
plumbing
guy,
and-
yeah.
and just the roads.
Yeah. Well, the head guys, their streets get plowed first. Don't you worry. The top
Yeah.
five guys
Up on the
yeah.
hill,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
They have nice.
they're
People
like-
have to get up the hill.
Yeah,
It's
they're like,
difficult
"What
in
What
the
are you
snow.
talking
Yeah.
about?
That's a mean incline up in those hills.
Yeah.
dangerous.
Boy.
Yes.
Slippery.
So
Here.
we're
I've
gonna-
tried to drive up it before they plowed it one
Yeah,
time and
no.
it didn't work.
There you go.
You need a 4x4 for sure.
Yeah, I'm not even going to test any vehicle. That's a long way up.
It's a grade. It's like it's not quite an upper deck, but it's
No.
pretty good.
Call the boss up. Hey, not gonna make it today.
No,
Sorry.
No.
Skiing to work. That's what they want you to do. Snowshoe. It's time to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Get yourself a good pair of
Ooh,
snowshoes.
Chuck, who was your weightlifting coach?
Oh, Tim Saha. Shout out Tim Saha. What's up, baby?
Okay.
Saha.
And he had you guys running the decks. I hope.
Yes.
Okay.
We ran decks.
How many? What did you guys top out, deck wise?
I don't remember. I don't remember that number.
16, 18,
I really
21.
just don't remember that number. I show up on Fridays ready to hit the decks and grab a beer by noon.
But you got to be mentally prepared the whole week on exactly how many decks we're doing this Friday.
With us, there's no doubt about it. We're gonna do decks on Friday, guys.
We don't know how many. We're just
We
gonna,
don't care.
We're
We're gonna
them
do
till
it no
it's-
matter what, right? You're gonna run through that brick wall, right? Yes, sir. Here we go.
I remember.
Oh, my
I remember every deck that I did. Chuck.
Every single step.
one. I counted them.
I
The only
remember
way
the shin meat that fell off of people's legs when they
it was
just
just
short stepped one.
blood.
So, I take it you guys didn't drink beers after your last deck, like.
I was
know,
trying to be able to feel
I'm not
my
gonna say
legs.
someone had beers in the parking lot after our last deck, but bam, we're done.
Yeah, no, we were a pillar of the community. We set examples for children across the valley. There was no drinking and there was no smoking
We never did that. Oh, April
no.
Fools, everybody.
on our teams.
It's like the stadium now. There's no
Yes.
drinking.
Yes,
Yeah.
none.
All right. It's dry
None.
campus, right? It's a dry
Yes.
campus. Except for,
Except if it's in a
of a
plastic
certain height.
cup
Certain height.
in certain hours
Yeah.
on certain days.
If you get high enough off of the campus, it doesn't apply over 200 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. That upper deck.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
All right,
we had fun.
What do you say? Do you want to wrap this up? Do you want to keep this going down there? You want to?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that 'cause I gotta go to- I gotta go-
You guys, how
Yeah.
do you guys feel? I think we got stuff to do, right?
Yeah, no, we got it. I don't care what you got going. You got any questions?
I got all mine answered, man. It's been a great
Okay,
time.
You guys have
Yeah,
filled
this-
up.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. UNLV. So I assume everybody's taking Boise State, but now I'm going to throw 23.5 to nothing. UNLV starts the game. Now who wins? 23.5. That was the last time I checked. 23.5 points. That's
We're
Favored,
us, correct?
yes, favored
Yeah,
by-
that's gonna be. It's gonna probably be. I don't know if they'll.
let's
They'll
just say
never let them get 0 points. They'll always get
42-17.
one in the last 4 minutes of the game.
all right. So I'm saying it's 24-0 UNLV. Does
If
Boise
it's
State come
24,
back and
then
win?
it can be 48. I don't understand. What's 24? That's just an average old football game.
No, look, that's the spread.
3 scores, 1 1/4. I think more. I'm going to say
They're going to cover.
that we always cover.
No, no,
Okay,
no,
well,
no.
how many?
You
What's
always
the
used to
score? How
cover.
many points is the D gonna give out?
Yeah.
I wanna say
I don't know
17.
their identity. God,
wanna
that
say
you don't
17.
disrespect them like that.
Hey,
17
I'm gonna grab
points.
a beer. Does anybody
What if
want
I
a beer?
said one of your
I'll take
teams
one.
was gonna give up 17?
Oh, you want to say my
What's wrong-
Chiefs? You're 17. I'm happy with that, baby.
Yeah, no, they
59-17. You don't see that?
Yeah, they. Oh, yeah, maybe I'm thinking 30s. I'm thinking 30 to under 10.
37-7.
Oh, that sounds sexy.
I like that.
I like how that.
Cover.
37-7.
That's
I
a-
don't. This quarterback
quality
is
win.
athletic. That's the only player I've ever even heard of.
Yeah, well, if
Armani
he-
Rogers, he can run. He's an
Can
athlete,
he?
but he's not going to run. He's not going to do everything.
Yeah, we like to hit people
Yeah.
here in Boise.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Well,
like
I
to
know.
hit them.
I don't know if he's a Kaepernick, but he can move. So you know what I mean? Historically,
Man, Kaepernick, that's a sour
I mean, this guy's a
sour
junior.
issue in Boise. He did us wrong one year. We had it all planned out, and
Well,
he
yeah.
decided to run all over us.
Well, he still went 3-1, right?
Yeah,
Starter. So,
yeah.
I mean, you look at it that way. It took him 4 tries.
yeah.
So, all right. Well, Chuck, you have a different prediction? Or are you
I'm
going to
gonna
go with
change
the
mine
37?
59-17. I'm gonna change mine.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and go. Gonna kick a couple field goals today. 41. 2 kicks. 41
Okay.
to. I'm thinking they're gonna get 10 or 17 still.
I hear you.
though.
You're going to give up 17. I can see it.
I can see it.
When the second string comes in about the
Yeah, I was
going
gonna
to
say, this sounds
might
like-
be a little shaky. I don't know.
This sounds like one of those games you talk about. You get one play. The starters get one play in the third quarter and
yeah, it might
back
be.
it up.
Here comes a trick play.
We got to get out of town tonight. They can't be, they got to fly out right after the game. So the starters can be showered and ready on the plane by the end of the game.
Those trick plays are saved for, those are, we'll practice that for a decade, and it's only going to get ran in the perfect moment. Like the statue of the-
Jay was running circus left and circus right with Coach Peterson back in the day, right? The hook and ladder. I remember before almost
Yeah.
every game, somebody would get a hook and ladder.
Yeah, we
It was
practiced
play.
That,
It was like
just
playing.
in case, like.
but it was in
It
practice.
was, yeah.
So
they
that was
called
there
it.
in '99. That
Oh,
play.
yeah.
That
it was
Fiesta Bowl
maybe
play
not
was-
99.
yeah.
Maybe I remember
Like
Peterson.
2001, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Peterson came in and it was our OC.
I got you.
I mean, we always
So he kept that
it.
in his back pocket.
Yeah, they
for
would
6
be at the
years?
end of a walkthrough or end of a Thursday, Friday practice.
Nice.
They would run a hook and lateral downfield with a tight end, or they'd get everybody in on one. That was a skill position, basically, just to
All right.
practice it, just to have that in the.
In case you need it.
Yeah.
So when there's like millions staring at you,
Yeah, like
and
so
you
you're
need
playing a
it.
Power 5 team.
Oh, we do this all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's nothing.
And somebody goes and proposes and ruins it for
Yeah,
everybody.
we don't normally practice that in the Bronco culture, but that was big. Yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
That was big. Not during the game. Like there's a time and place for everything. Jeez, man. Like none of us could have lived up to anything like remotely close to that from that point forward. But hey, I guess congratulations.
Well,
of course.
I think that
Like you said, take
Man,
your moment. There's not
I
many
wish I
of
could
them.
remember.
Man, that's a big moment.
I wish I
Man.
could remember his name's escaping me, but P-Gate, that was pretty notorious at the time. The quarterback who urinated off the balcony.
Oh, Southwick.
Yeah, Southwick.
Got sent home early from Hawaii. Was that Hawaii?
Yeah.
Were they
Wait a
in Hawaii?
minute. What kind of what?
One of our brothers.
snitching on people?
No,
now?
we're
No,
not
this was
snitching.
well reported. This was public
No,
knowledge
it's
here.
super knowledge.
I mean,
Like,
lots of people peed off the
well, yeah,
balcony in Hawaii.
but I know. Well, maybe.
I mean, I'm not saying we, but I'm saying as
I know.
tourists and
I'm sorry. I'm
that
sorry,
balcony's
Joe.
been-
I'd love to have you on
Yes.
to talk about it or not talk about it, but
on the record,
we've
on the
obviously
record,
talked about
I gotta
it already,
say he
sir,
didn't
so-
do it on the record. That's
yeah.
the guy I used to block for going
Exactly.
there. Twos going there.
No, I need
Hey,
video.
Joe Southwick, baby. Hey, 16.
Exactly.
16.
There you go.
I know everybody saw Ian propose, but nobody saw Southwick do it.
I know,
There's no
stick-
evidence.
there's
Stick to
no-
the facts here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need a
exactly.
video.
No fake news.
Yeah, no pictures. It didn't happen.
I'm just saying it was a pretty big story in the news.
Well, it was a
I
big
mean,
I think we kind of
geez,
forced it,
everything's
though.
a big story.
Kellen just left, so it's like, oh gosh, quarterbacks are doing bad things at Boise State.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's jump on this. That's what happened.
True.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
happened.
Very
man.
true.
I
I remember
know
a lot of
about
things
that.
happen in Hawaii hotel rooms that I didn't get blasted all over the news media.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, some people do, some people don't.
Sounds like the check went through.
Well, I'm sure. Sounds like the what?
The
Check went through.
From who?
That was a jam. You're good.
There you go.
Sorry,
You're all
dude.
good.
Hot take.
All right, well, we're going to leave on a happy note. Let's leave
Yeah,
with some
I'm
positivity
sorry.
here.
Okay.
Sorry, Joe. I'd like to
Well,
apologize
I've
on behalf
had my
of
face.
every, yeah.
I've also done my share of idiotic things and landed
We were
myself
all
in the
kids.
news.
We all did.
So I would like to apologize for those, I guess.
I think
being a
people
kid.
forget that, man. Because, you go in the locker room and you look at them, they look like grown men, but they're 19-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids.
I just thought it was funny, the name P-Gate. It was
The
just-
P-Gate?
Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah.
Very clever. Give him that.
Solid.
I went through a couple gates during my playing career
I
as
know.
well.
I agree.
Man.
I remember those. And you know what? Cheers to you for persevering through all of it and pressing forward and just giving everything to the team. Because, I mean, we owe you big time for that.
Pending a felony trial in December of whenever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to, man, it was difficult to play through that, truthfully, and still focus on, winning and giving everything to the guys. And if you feel a different energy from the community, you didn't.
I messed
I mean,
up
if you-
and
yeah.
came back my junior
just is
and my
not
senior
fun.
season, and it's difficult because you get your relationship with the coaches, and you're playing for a guy that didn't recruit you, and there's your teammates who are all rooting for you, but at the same time, brothers get in spats and arguments, and parents have their favorites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So you're still brothers though,
Always.
always, and that's still your coach no matter what. So
Well, also, no offense to the linemen down there, but you're not one of the more high-profile positions. The higher I mean, it's quarterback, skill positions, defensive,
I mean,
than the linemen. So
I
mean,
made the
you
front
can-
page, John. I don't know what else do you want from me.
This is Boise, Idaho, sir. You forget.
What else do you want from me, John?
I didn't know you were so popular
Yeah.
during that time. You made the front page. All right.
Yeah. Anything Boise State football, and then whatever came
That's
after
true.
that
That's
was
true.
front page.
That made sense. I was just trying to downplay the lineman position. You pick on the biggest guys. I mean, they're easy to.
But we made it. We made it through.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the teammates as well.
All of them.
The inner circle was all,
Well, I mean, in
that's
any
who we played for.
in any situation, you find out who your real friends are in those
Yeah.
situations.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I mean, that's whether you play football or not. You can get in trouble. It's just believe me.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, hopefully it was a learning experience for the younger kids and for the younger guys that were on my team. But, I mean, we all went through it together. I might have been on the front page, but, the whole team did because they had to have the headlines as well. They had to have things brought up about my past as well. So I've already apologized to the team. But, as long as you win, things kind of,
Yeah, winning solves.
winning solves a lot.
You got any friends outside of football that you're probably not friends with now? I know I lost a bunch of friends that were just regular, we call them muggles back in the day. But they weren't there for the grind, but they were part of your college experience. You got any friends back then that you remember a little bit where you're like, man, I wonder where
Yeah, of course. Of course, and they mostly surrounded probably. There was a little place we called JD and Friends out here. It was just a little dance club.
Yeah.
And it was the atmosphere that a lot of guys that
Shout out to
we
Jeff,
all hung.
another Bronco alumni.
Yeah. One of our another alumni owned it, and that's just where we dance music and good food. I'm talking catfish and ribs and.
Oh, catfish and ribs?
Yeah, right. So, where else would we be?
Good point. Okay.
I spent many a night down at JD's.
Haven't we all?
Yes.
All right. Well, that seems happier. See,
Yeah,
at least you guys
yes,
are talking
yes,
like
yes.
happy times now.
Oh,
see?
yeah, it's okay.
Partying with the common college
They
students.
were all happy
That's
times,
very nice of you
really.
guys to come down and have a drink with the little people on campus. Just here doing their work
Just
and probably working.
Man, that's what I did it for, the kids. That was my. What, didn't you just look forward to coming out after the locker room and the little kids would be out there like, I mean, that was, man, that's really, that's why you play. That got me through, difficult times in my playing career.
Seeing all the little number 1 jerseys out there.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids, man.
With your name on the back, but
What?
no checks in the
No,
mail.
they didn't do the names. They didn't do names. They, just did the numbers.
Just your picture on there,
Yeah,
just
you
your
know.
likeness. Was that?
That happened to be whatever number, But God, yeah, I hope so. I hope we've turned the page on that. Because I mean, if California, everybody else is going to be behind the 8 ball since Cali's doing
Ohio's next. It's on the ballot.
Yeah, it's going to be
Ohio
one
State
after
can't
another.
let that go. I mean, the
nobody can.
Well, the biggest schools, Texas has got to be in Florida, have to be right around the
Right
corner.
around
here.
the corner, it's every school.
Yeah.
Every school.
Well, they were saying recruiting. I mean, you're getting recruited. Like, I'm going to go to California. I can make a ton of money now. I don't care about your program.
What
I just.
if Idaho slips in there somehow?
Ooh. If Idaho, doesn't allow it?
No, we said, you know what?
Yeah.
We like that. Yeah, we'll do that.
I
Then
don't
we
know,
could
they're-
get 80 acres in a meal.
Listen, Idaho's still trying to figure out if hemp is legal or not here. So, I mean,
I know, but hey,
they're usually
there's
late
a
to the
chance.
party.
I can see U of I jumping on that. Like,
Well,
you
hey,
know what?
let's go.
Let's push this through so we can get some better guys up here
Just
and
quickly.
be somebody.
All
I
right.
think
Yeah, I
Boise
hope
State
so.
will co-sign that. Like,
hope
you know
so.
what? Let's
Not
do
too
it.
bad. All right, kids. Coming soon to the State House. We're gonna pay you to play football in Idaho. It's gonna be awesome.
Let's do it.
That's a lot of controversial topics that we're talking about today. Paying players, beer in the stadium, moderate start time, kickoff time for games.
At the end of the day, we're just talking about money.
yeah,
Yep.
money.
Where
Where do we need to
moving
put
it
it?
around?
Yes. Put it
And
maybe-
where are we gonna get more?
Speaking of money, let's pay the bills real quick. This show is brought to you by Suds Tavern.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Suds Tavern, one of the oldest establishments in this side of Boise, Idaho, southeast
sports
Boise, I
tavern,
would say.
sports tavern.
A notorious sports bar. And if you would like to come down during the show and hang out with former Bronco legends, then the only place you can go to do that would probably be Suds Tavern and watch them record the hottest alumni broadcast in the Treasure Valley.
There you go.
I mean, the only reason the bar's not packed right now is because the homie Snoop Dogg's throwing a party in
I know.
Ontario tonight.
Right.
Kind of killed the vibe down here. To be
Can't
honest.
compete with Snoop.
Yeah, it's hard to compete.
He was at Kansas last night,
Which
yeah.
brings me to my next point. Thank you guys for giving up the opportunity to go to Ontario to see a Snoop Dogg concert for free. To come into the Bronco Alumni Show and spend some time with your old boy JT over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you,
you.
John, for giving up your Saturday.
Yeah, always.
Thank you for the guy paying attention over there.
Yes. We've
What's up?
got one listener.
There you go.
Live, one live
In-house.
listener.
There you go.
In-house.
You can take a selfie with us
Oh,
later
thanks.
if you
Yeah,
want.
thanks to the lady with the selfie camera
Yeah.
earlier
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, JT, what's that hotline number though?
208-761-3177. Call in to the Bronco Alumni Show if you just want to hang out
All right.
or hang out with the boys down here at Suds Tavern.
Sooner or later, we're gonna have it's gonna run across the back here.
Yeah.
Phone number.
Jay,
all
Jay's
about the
Like
budget.
in a neon, maybe with flashing. I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe
Jake,
I don't know. Maybe
it's all about that budget.
Like
put those arms up there again.
uh-huh.
Because I'll be like, Jake, our audio video guy, put them right there.
Also, if you want
Like-
to send donations or
Yeah.
checks, 10,
Like-
20 for just Suds.
Yeah.
Like
care
and
of Suds.
subscribe. Like and subscribe, ladies and
On
gentlemen.
that Chase Bank. just ask to deposit that in
Direct
Jay
deposits,
Swillie's.
yeah.
We're gonna
Yes,
do the
yes, if
you
you will.
donate right now.
If you
we'll,
will.
we'll say your message live
Yes.
on the show.
Oh,
We can do that.
All right,
Yeah.
140 characters or less.
That's coming soon.
You know.
We're not equipped to handle that kind of pressure
All
right
right,
now.
all right.
Let's see if
I'm just
anybody's
throwing it out
live.
there. I'm just throwing it out there
Once
right
Chuck
now.
tells us who the guest is next week, the surprise guest.
Let's see if anybody's
he
tune
can't
in.
say
Tune in. I
anything
can't
right
say anything.
now.
Hold his
but-
cards
You know how
close to
guys
the
are.
vest.
Yeah.
I got you.
They might be here. They might
be,
not.
They might not.
you know.
So you know what? Everybody's going to be surprised. Tune in. Very
Yes.
special episode. Never know who's going to stop
The
by.
guests will be surprised as well.
Yes, they will. Welcome.
Well,
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Are you calling it, or are you going to keep it going down there?
No, we're live tweeting right now, but nobody's tweeting us.
Nobody's going to tweet to you today. Tweet later. Tweet whenever. Mostly 2 in the morning.
I'm not a
That'll be fine.
tweeter.
Yeah.
You guys big on tweeting? I don't tweet.
I forgot my password. And
That'll
If you're trying to
hinder you
do-
from tweeting.
I think that's the youth.
But the thing is if you're trying to jump in the podcast game, you have to tweet, dude.
Do you?
I think maybe.
Yeah.
I think you have
You got
to
to
do it every day.
communicate. You got to just
It's
get
rough
it out there. And
You
everything.
have to get it. I mean, some people use Instagram. Some people use Twitter.
Right?
I think we should use the Instagram crowd, man. Let's battle that.
A lot of
think
noise
that?
out
Let's
there.
go
can
IG.
get that.
I think Facebook crowd is the wholesome crowd. That's
It is too.
the
Facebook Live.
yeah, that's where the fans are, the real fans. I mean, that's
We
probably
do
like
have to give-
50% of my friends on Facebook.
We have to shout out YouTube though, because we are streaming live on
Yes.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
right
of
now.
course.
YouTube helped
I
us.
think they kind of
Yeah, they helped
all
us
are
get
the
that
same,
video
aren't
back,
They,
yeah.
they all are
Well,
owned by the same people.
I think Facebook will pull you much faster than YouTube will. So
Yeah. YouTube is
okay.
Google. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube is the Y2K cable.
yes.
That's what
That's true.
everything is
Yes. So
True.
that's what I'm thinking, but
on. I'm getting old, man. Lord.
it's hard. It's hard trying to keep up with it all, man. Technology has just gone so out of. I mean, you have to. I'm actually. Been talking to Dryden James the past few years at the reunions. Shout out to Dryden James.
Another receiver.
He's been telling me that I need to learn how to code, man. So I took his advice and he set me up on this online academy. So I'm trying to learn how to do some computer programming now.
Nice.
So why not?
What language?
C#.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure that one out. So, it'd be cool if we could make our own Bronco Alumni Show app, right?
Yeah, why not? And,
So
and a website.
Yeah.
Get on it.
That's coming soon.
Okay.
And I'm not relying on anybody else to do it anymore. Why?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Just do it yourself. Cool.
Do it
Big
yourself.
things coming soon.
Yes. So, on that note, I think we are going to have to get out of here
Yes.
let's wrap
relatively
this up.
soon. Last closing thoughts, I'd like to just send it down the line, starting with you, John. How do you feel you did today? And what do you think about next week? And any thank yous you want to shout out there?
I just try to hold my own every week. I try to ask questions when I need it and stop asking when I'm not. So
Great being a great moderator.
I
Yeah, there
try
you
my
go.
I try my best.
moderator.
Moderator. I
Great
try,
moderation.
I watch a lot of Ernie Johnson. I'm gonna try to be Ernie. You know what I mean?
Good role
Stay out of the way,
Yes.
but sometimes you got to round people up. You know?
Shout out to
That's the way it
Ernie
works.
Johnson. Hit
Yeah.
us up.
Thanks. Come on the show. It'd
Yeah,
be great.
come on the
Yeah,
show.
why not?
Why not? You don't have to be an alumni. You're Ernie Johnson. So. All right. Well, yeah.
Chuck,
That's,
thanks for
Nice.
coming on,
Chuck,
bud.
go for
Any-
it.
I gotta ask you who's coming on one more time. You gotta give me some hints, man.
I am
One
telling
name.
you guys.
One name.
I'm telling you
A first
guys.
name. A nickname.
A letter.
A nickname.
I'm working my magic here,
Come
baby.
on,
Blue
let 'em work.
magic all
The
day
people
long.
want to know. I don't
Yeah.
really need to know as
Yeah,
much
yeah,
as the
yeah. The
people
people
need to
They
wanna
know.
may
know.
or may have not played in, the FB2, the Fiesta Bowl 2. I'll tell you that.
Offense or defense.
I'm
Defense,
telling
of
you.
course.
well, he
I'm
played
telling
both.
you.
So
This person could have played
Is
both.
Oh.
I'm working
are
it though.
there you go.
are they offensive coordinators in the NFL?
Negative. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. Sorry.
Well, we would love to have anybody.
Kellen Moore
on,
will not be
obviously.
here. I apologize.
All right.
He's
I
busy.
apologize.
He's,
In due
he's
time.
busy working
I
on
will
that
say,
offense.
we do have an artist coming to town though. Raj, Raj is coming to town performing at the Shredder later on, and
nice.
I think it's November 26th. He'll be in town. So if you guys want to get a musician on the hotline,
Oh, yes.
I think we
That
should
would be a
definitely do
nice
that.
Why not?
segment.
Yeah,
to
I
DJ
love
the Boise
art.
State
I'm an
games.
artist myself. I like to
Yes.
sketch and draw and write.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make music.
You're a real
Yeah,
Renaissance man
you
down
go.
there.
I can do it all. Just not master of any of them.
No.
Not yet. this podcasting thing. It's gonna about to
think it's
to the next.
why not? Everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
Why not?
No,
you?
why not?
Yeah, let's go. Saddle up, Jay.
Jay Swillie, how was your experience?
Oh, this was fun. It's
I
always
hope you
fun
enjoyed
talking
yourself.
about,
Yes.
with the fellas. I just can't wait till multiple fellas start calling in throughout the whole show, and
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I mean, it's just a good place for us all to get together. Everybody can't make the reunions or the spring games and things. So
The Bronco Hotline is very
Just-
excellent for reaching out
just another opportunity for us to link back up.
There you go.
because this is the spot where all the Bronco alumni come to share stories and promote causes and talk about their kids.
Glory days.
And the glory days. Sure, some people want to hear the glory days, but man, I'm just like glad to see you guys and connect with you. And again, it's always too long between times when I seen you. I don't remember when the last time I saw you was, Jay.
Maybe like 10
Yeah,
or so.
it's too long.
But nothing's changed. We're
And we need people from before and after us as well, so we can really connect it all together. Because that's what I think the really thing that's missing right now is there's no source or place for everybody to go and hear each other and find out what we're doing. Because who knows if somebody might need a Jay Swillie to connect with, or a Chuck Hayes to connect with, and help each other out in any ways, because that's what honestly we're trying to do, is just pay it all back to the Bronco alumni community. We're trying to grow the show to include the basketball team, the rest of the people we went to school with, everybody we went to school with, and we all have shared something special as student athletes, and we all need to stay in touch because there's a lot of strength and a lot of experience that we gained in playing the sports together and growing and becoming college.
So you're gonna try to do this through like basketball season too, like all the seasons?
I mean, it would at least be worth it to. We couldn't. No way we can cover
Maybe,
every basketball game.
Monthly, maybe.
Yeah,
In the
but we
basketball
could-
season, we'll round up. Yeah.
Something.
And I'm really happy about. I'm sad that the wrestling program had to go because there's a lot
I
of
know
great
some
people.
wrestlers. We can dial up real quick.
Me too, man.
We had a
And-
guy last night fight.
But I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited about the baseball team being here too. So it's kind of rough.
But that's because wrestling is gone.
I know it sucks. You
still
can't hate
sick
the
about
baseball.
that,
You can't
fellas.
hate the baseball team because the wrestling team.
I mean, but what baseball team? Like, where are they coming from? They have like. is
They
the
just
first-
played last night in Memorial Stadium in Garden City. I heard them. I live right over there.
Do you know what type of program that wrestling program was?
They were legit. They had Pac-10 championships. We weren't even
I
playing
don't
in Pac-10.
understand, fellas. I don't
It's
understand.
I don't get it
about
either.
it's about people in the seats. It's about what's going to sell.
So not about winning then.
Well, it's about winning with a crowd.
Oh, okay.
There you
I
go.
mean, I understand. Gosh.
There's that weird pesky little checks they get involved in there
Well,
that
look,
we've
they
been talking
could-
about.
They
Spills
should
in
have
everything.
turned it. They should have turned it into like an MMA team or something like that. Because that
Well, that'd
puts
be pretty
checks-
bold.
That
An
puts
MMA
money in the
team?
bank.
Wait a minute.
Who are we gonna compete with?
I don't know.
That sounds scary.
State sponsored.
So many good wrestlers.
Undoubtedly.
All right. Well, take us home there, Turner.
Well, this is Jason Turner, and you've been watching the Bronco Alumni Show. I appreciate you sticking with us to the end. Jay Swillie, Chuck Hayes, John Hanigan, the people to my right are what the show's all about, and they make the show. And thanks for you guys coming on. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next week for Chuck Hayes' mystery guest that he's refusing to tell
Mystery
us about.
concert. He's gonna have
Dun-dun-dun.
Stay tuned.
Chuck Hayes with special guests.
Stay
Thank you,
tuned
yeah.
to Chuck Hayes for him locking it in on his Facebook page. Stay tuned. I mean, who knows? He could get some
Maybe
locks.
he'll
I
drop
don't know.
hints.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe he
ooh.
can
As
tease
the
us a little
time
Tune
bit.
in this week.
comes.
Yeah.
Look me up. Here we go.
Blurred
Just
out
be sure to
game
post it.
photos or something.
Be sure to
Nice.
post it on the Bronco Alumni Show Facebook page.
Yes.
Check us out on Facebook. Our page is blowing up. We have new listeners every week and followers and follow us for the latest Bronco alumni news and who's going to be on the show.
Well, there you
So,
go.
Sweet.
thanks everybody for
right.
coming out.
Thanks again. See you for Hawaii.
Thanks.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.